lot of growth there, and they've got a lot of things that we didn't have when I was growing up. Same here. I mean, this facility alone, we didn't have this. This is pretty new, and so as far as I think that the the council members from each tribe, I mean, as you know, they rotate out. They do the best that they can to, for their people. They love their people. They're and they don't get on there because it's ooh, I'm a council member. They have a lot of love for them, and I haven't met any council member that hasn't on both reservations. These people, even after they leave council, they're usually out in the community still trying to do their best what they can, um, and so that's all I can say as far as that. The Menominee tribe, from what I saw, they've got this big new beautiful school that's um, been put in place, and I think there's supposed to be some additions put onto that.
The high school?
That's yes.
Yeah.
When I went to high school there, it was a lot different. But we had what we needed. They taught trades and things like that. A lot of it was based around the logging. I mean, if you had to have seen the beautiful trees coming up 55. They know how to take care of their forests.
Yeah, but I stopped like 8 times on the way.
Look at the stream.
Yeah, that river's amazing.
If you can, are you just going back down that way on the way out? Smoky Falls, stop there. It's gorgeous.
Smoky Falls.
Yeah, there'll be a big yellow sign pointing out. If it's cleared out, it should be. It's beautiful. But yeah, the trees, I mean, they really know how to take care of the forest. You don't see trees like that everywhere.
Right. It's like untouched. It's
Yeah.
amazing. If I could, I wanted to ask you, just hearing you speak on your experience, of course, going amongst the tribes and everything else. I've been on plenty of reservations. I've been to Lakota, I've been to from here to Pine Ridge to, down to Arizona. And there's a growing issue on the drug abuse in many reservations. I just want to know, your thoughts on that, your opinion, and what you have seen, you personally being a tribal member, seeing it firsthand. What is the experiences that you have seen amongst, your own people, and their experiences? I want to know, your firsthand experience.
Well, I can speak to the fact that as Forest County Potawatomi tribal member, our youth are targeted. And it's because at one point in time, which was actually within a year ago, we were the per capitas went into a trust. And then they were given this at the age of 18. That's what happened with me too. But I was raised on the Menominee tribe, so I never seen this kind of money before. And it was handed to me, and I made a lot of mistakes. So what our council is trying to do was, fix those things there, put out all kinds of different classes and things like that. But that was something that I've seen and family members. I've seen that this happen too, and we're all basically like one big family. So, and it's small, so you see these things happening, but to me, they were targeted. Friends who maybe been addicted to drugs, and knowing this one's turning 18 or whatever, and going over there and trying to get them addicted to drugs because they want somebody to take care of their addiction. So things like that. As far as on the Menominee reservation, I don't know. I think it's because majority of Native American communities, are low poverty.
Right.
And so it's, needs to make money. And not only that, but I think that it's not necessarily the people, it's outside people coming into the community as well, where they know that there's money to be made. And so, there's that too. But I think a lot of it is just, people going outside of the community, moving away, realizing how hard it was, and then those things, following back to the reservation. In my opinion, that's what I've seen.
Okay. Bearing on that as well, you speaking on community, do you feel like the community has to be strengthened in a way, or there's something we as natives have to do amongst each other to kind of build back that family aspect, like you were speaking on? Because like it seems to like that has gone away, like not only tribe amongst tribe, but just even within their own selves, even just amongst the Menominee. I can't speak as far as the Potawatomi, but do you feel like that aspect has been lost and we have to try to regain that? Or, in your opinion, what do you think?
I think it's a bit of both. I think that our culture, our language, all of that needs to be strengthened, which I know that our community has been putting a lot of different events out there. There have been a lot more walks going on. There have been more community events. I mean, across the board. I haven't seen what Menominee has been doing. I know that things aren't getting any better, so it takes, everybody to be involved in that. Another thing too is, we don't have our own police department, so
You don't?
we don't. We're working on it. As far as I know, from what I've heard, we're working on it. And so there's the Menominee tribe, I know that they have a police department. So as far as the community, I think that everybody has to say, enough's enough, and it takes everyone. If you see something, say something. So
Absolutely. And speaking on the communities, there is a contrast between the Potawatomi and the Menominee communities. What do you think is the biggest thing that keeps both communities from joining together and making one solid community and using each other as resources to strengthen each other instead of having that division that's there? What do you think, and what do you think is the driving force that keeps the community separate instead of coming together as one to help each other and be more of a solid force?
well, I don't think that there really is a division. I don't know if there's been any type of collaboration in the past with them, as far as the higher ups that can make this type of thing happen. But if somebody is reaching out, they need help. I know that as far as I've seen, our tribe does the best they can. We help out Mo Lake a lot, but I think that that's because how close they are. We're in the same county, so there's a lot of that happens. I don't know. I think that whenever somebody asks for help, that the tribe has done the best that I've seen. I don't know what's all come across the desks, but
I want to ask you, as an Indigenous woman,
you're a black Marine or a black whatever in the white man's military, that make them want to kill you more.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they see the uniform on you, they get an extra disdain for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand why in the hell do you want to fight for them?
Cared enough about your trials and tribulations, the things that you suffered through, and how to get out of that. That's your history. You don't need a white man to have no remembrances for it.
Yeah, man, you chastise the child too hard,
Yeah.
or you creating trauma.
Yeah.
If you don't say nothing to the child, then you making them soft.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way for a black man to be right, even when he is in that.
White people that's out there that want to help black and Hispanic people, the best thing you can do is just leave us the hell alone.
They are all against you. They all want to destroy you, and the ultimate goal of all of them is to put you back into slavery and subjection.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's get it. 1.
Man, let's get it. Here we go. We back for another one. Round Table of Truth. You know what I mean? About to get in like how y'all know we do it every Friday night. We like to start somewhere between 8 and 8:30. we working on it, Israel. We working hard to get off those TV. Extra hard, but we go big extra effort.
Oh God.
Before we get into the show, like always, we got to give it up, you understand, to the God of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
All right, son.
The nigga God, as we like to call him. We know a lot of people get offended when you say that, but we're here to offend. Last time we're here to offend people. That's what prophets of the Lord do. They don't always say things that's smooth and you know, that's soft to the ears. We say things, you know what I'm saying, to ruffle up feathers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to make it known that them 12 tribes, which make up Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we got our own God, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
Understand? So with that being said, we also got to give it up to our King, Yahushua Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And in this school here, we follow the real Christ, you know what I'm saying? Not the one that's been taught in church.
Right.
And many different religions. Every religion represented a different Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We speak the truth in Christ, like Paul said in Romans, the 9th chapter. All right. Also, we want to give it up to the man with the plan, none other than Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
I have to give it up for the general for holding down this truth. And that's that. And with that, you know what I'm saying? I got to give it up to my host that rock it out with me every week. To my right, we got Officer Lamakiala in the building. To my left, we got Officer Yaradan in the building. Trying to get Yaradan, you know, rock this badass leather jacket he got on Israel. We at least gonna have to put it on camera.
Man.
Yaradan, he humble. He don't like to show off too much. He like to lay. He gonna make the fly and shit, but then still want to be humble and hide. I'm not that humble.
Oh, God.
I got my shit too. I just ain't, you know what I'm saying? With the time, I would wear it though. I would show off when I wear my shit. Y'all down there does not want to wear it, but nevertheless, I'm gonna put the camera on the joint at the end of the show. Looking like ice cream. Yeah, man. So big shout out to y'all down there and Officer Yada Tar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Making these real universities. All the joints, if you ain't got one, man, you need to get you one.
That's a fact.
These joints here look better than remember the Averex back in the day?
Yeah, God.
What else? What other leather jackets?
Pele.
I mean, this trump Pele and Averex.
Really
We're gonna have all Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men rocking these joints before it's over.
Yeah, I'm right.
You get my point? All right. Also, I want to give it up to Officer Iwalam Gabar. Brother did a hell of a job, you know what I'm saying, down there this week. Of course, we just came from Passover. Brother did a hell of a job on security, you know, him as well as many other brothers, you know what I'm saying, that held that joint down. We'll talk with him about that in a few. But we also got to give it up to Officer Mayad. Brother came in here with some of this and Yeho tonight. When I see that at the beginning of the show, I know he want a good show. I know he just not want anything regular.
Hey, God, what God?
Yeah, we're gonna try to oblige. All right? Got to give it up to the baddest technical team in the goddamn UPK. All the rest of you brothers in UPK, don't be offended by that statement. You understand? We all brothers. You understand? Right. But I just got to give it up to my team. Officer Ramawan, get him a hand. Officer Raj Karab, get him a hand. And a new member, they didn't add a new member to the team. Right. You understand? Right. Officer Rakamyala, you understand? He knows a lot of fame, you know what I'm saying, in his media department. I think he sees something down the Yellow Brick Road, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's some tail, I don't know. That's what it is. Maybe, who knows?
He said, if I get this face on camera.
You understand? So with that, man, what's new? I can get me right on it.
If I may.
Please go ahead, y'all.
We can't speak about anything right now until we talk about the Lord's 57.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Give it up, man. Yeah. Give it up. Set me right on this Passover, Lamont, please.
First off, I gotta let everyone know when we say we ain't affiliated with any of these other type of nations, we talking real shit for real.
That's a fact.
You understand? We had that Hamite, I believe he's a Hamite, and that white girl try to infiltrate our business.
That's it.
You understand? They got escorted out real abruptly. You understand? They thought they could call their partners, and their partners were gonna come do something.
Right.
And then they partners that they called came and kissed our boots.
I looked on Facebook. I said, "What the hell is this, man?" I seen them carrying him out off his feet. 2 brothers at his shoulder and 2 brothers at his ankle. Y'all done?
If I could,
please.
Too, sir, the one video that's the funniest is where he like. Yeah, the only reason why I let y'all carry me out like that because I ain't want to tell this whole thing. We appreciate you.
Right. We appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, making that type of statement. But that was just one thing that happened at the Passover, man. Let's go day by day, you know what I mean? First and foremost, we kicked it off, you know what I'm saying, with the lamb slaughter. How did that go? I wasn't there for that. Any you brothers there? Go ahead, y'all done.
Yeah, the lamb slaughter was excellent, you know what I'm saying? Ton of brothers out and sisters participating. I want to give a big shout out to one of my highlights, you know what I'm saying, of the Passover week, you know what I'm saying, the sister Nadia, you know what I'm saying, from Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Huh? She cooked. She beat cancer.
Sister beat cancer. Give it up. Give it up. Yes, she did.
Yeah, sister was up in there hugging all up on my brothers, loving up on Israel, man.
Damn right.
It was just a pleasure seeing the sister, man.
That's right.
And, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of my highlights.
Man, come on, man. Right. Give it up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Lamar Gallo.
Come on. Like, of course, that's one of the most beautiful things in the world to hear. Going on and talking about the kickoff, which would be the slaughter.
Yeah.
I was talking to Doc.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's the one who usually handles all like the lamb slaughter and stuff like that, the unleavened bread and everything, the cooking.
Yeah.
And he told me when we were on the phone that he said this is the biggest turnaround they've had for the slaughter overall. He said when they counted the amount of people that came through, it was 600 individuals that came to the first day just for the slaughter of the lamb.
Damn. Give it up. This nation is growing. Yes, my point. And let me tell you something. That's why I just made the Facebook post. You know, we want to worry about not quantity. You know what I'm saying? You want to worry about quality of people, you know what I'm saying, before quantity. What I mean by that is when you grow in these camps, man, get you a solid core of men, a solid core of sisters. Don't worry about having too many people. That'll come. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what this nation is where get you a solid core, and then you build from there. How do we know? Christ is the cornerstone, you know what I'm saying, of what we believe and what we follow.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Is what he taught is the reason why these schools are so strong. Because you don't build a school, you know what I'm saying, just with brick and mortar. You build schools with the people.
That's right.
And the way that you build schools with the people is about what you teach them. It's the most important thing about Christ, you know what I'm saying, is the legacy that he left.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That legacy that he left. And as any man, it's important the legacy that you leave. You know what I'm saying? You can either leave with leave a legacy of a sound name, or you can leave a legacy of a horrible name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which a brother we're gonna talk about in here tonight. He left the legacy, you know what I'm saying, of being a goddamn child molester. You see what I'm saying? We gonna talk about it and we're gonna address it. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Christ left one hell of a name, and because he left that name and the legacy that he left, Commander General Hanna was able to study Christ and build off of what Christ left was written of Christ in the scriptures. And then he went and taught the generals taught the captains, and so on and so forth. And before you know it, you know what I'm saying, this nation is going to be strong. So the numbers going to come. You brothers out there, you got camps, you got 2 or 3 brothers, cool. Work with them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your team is strong. God, make sure your foundation is straight. And before you know it, man, you have a big body of brothers and a big body of sisters in there. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry about that right now. You get my point. And again, man, this Passover was an amazing, man. Again, 57th annual down there in Houston, Texas. I will be remiss if I didn't give it up to Captain Yatazak.
Damn right. Damn right.
I don't want to go out over. Also, Captain Kahuntham Yard, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then Captain Yard, we got to go in order, you know what I'm saying? Them brothers did a hell of a job hosting the 57th annual. And like you said, the first day I heard the lamb of the slaughter was good. They were slaughtering the lambs and everything like that. And then what else did they do with that lamb started kickoff? I know they had something else. You ever done?
You know, at the end of the night, you know, we had round table truth, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, right.
Across the line radio.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And let a Hebrew speak, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right. That first date, I want to get to that first event. Did they do the 3? Who did they say who won the 3-point? I know they had a 3-point.
Atlanta. I can't think of the brother's name offhand, but the brother is from Atlanta. Salaki.
I'll get right over, brother. Go ahead.
I don't know the brother's name, but I just want to, of course, before we move on from the kickoff to the slaughter, you know, to give a big shout out to Captain 13,000, Akada Barayan.
Damn right. Yeah. Give it up. Give it up. Yes, indeed. He hold that joint down every he the real butcher.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Benny the Butcher coming. Captain Cod is a real butcher. Blood, you know, all on his hands, blood on his apron. He doing some real butchering. You get my point, which is heavy because that's part of our culture. The scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, rehearse the righteous acts.
Right.
And let me tell you something. That's the best thing that we can do is Black Hispanics and Native American Indians is get a hold of our culture that we lost during slavery. See, the slavery, you know what I'm saying, was definitely a horrible thing that happened to these 12 tribes, you know what I'm saying? But one of the key things that happened to us during that slavery was we lost our identity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now the white man, he can take you and make you what he wants you to be. Right. This is the reason why it's so hard to pull your people away from the traditions that he started, like Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, and the different beliefs that we have. As a people, it all comes from our oppressor. You understand? When you weren't brought here in slavery, you know what I'm saying, to take on the culture of your oppressor, you know what I'm saying, and have the mind that he had. These people are sick-minded people. You see what I'm saying? So now that this slavery is coming to an end, the biggest piece of this slavery coming into the end is the truth growing. You know what I'm saying? And our people waking up to our identity. The only shoe that's going to fit Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians is the one that come out of that Bible. Not the Christian church, because the Christian church don't teach the Bible.
That's right.
They trying to masquerade themselves as though they represent the Bible. But of course, the Israelites have proven that that's not true. So therefore, when you go into that Bible and pull out our culture, you're going to see that the culture that's in that Bible is the only thing that fit us.
Damn right.
So doing the lamb slaughter and everything that took place at the Passover was crucial. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Wednesday night, we had the podcast coming together. You know what I'm saying? Round Table Truth, Cross the Line, and Let a Hebrew Speak. You know what I'm saying? But I got to give it up for Gentleman Hyman. You know what I'm saying? He rocked it out.
Did he?
You know what I'm saying? I got there a little late. Gentleman Hyman, he was already in full mode. I said, well, I might as well just pull up the seat and let him get down. You know what I'm saying? And he did a hell of a day. Everybody else was saying something on that. You know what I'm saying? He did Gentleman Hyman got busy, you know what I'm saying, doing the podcast that night, as well as Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar get in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Officer Lamakiala, Officer Iwalam, and Officer Maya was able to get up there as well. The tech team, they ran that thing smooth. I think they had a slight issue, but they was able to fix that. and we got it on.
Many
topics, you know what I'm saying?
If I may comment, it was of course, it was the first time we at the round table, at least we ever had an outdoor event. You know what I'm saying? I think it was really nice, of course, having the crowd that we had because we were so deep when it came down to the entire school, it being outdoors and having like nature around, and then being able to experience a different type of element. You know, it's like preparing us to be more global on this earth.
Damn right.
You understand? Because
Right.
of course the indoors we're gonna run out of locations. Look at the Passover. We always have to do outside because we're so large.
Right.
And that's just gonna be something that's gonna come to us.
That's
just
it.
in Chicago alone, at least for the round table.
That's
There's gonna be a point where we're gonna have to have outdoor venues and everything like that.
That's
So
it.
it was just like an event to see what's about to come to the future.
Man, and it's more into the spirit of what the Passover is about.
Right.
Passover was about, you know what I'm saying, us leaving ancient Egypt. You ever heard the story of Moses and the Israelites? You know what I'm saying? Those people, you know what I'm saying, were you. You know what I'm saying? Like the descendants of the Moses and the Israelites, they didn't just disappear. They just lost their identity, which is us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And coming out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, they had to travel through the wilderness 40 years. So coming out, you know, that's why it's called a Passover. When you put that blood over the post, it was to let that angel know that this is Israelites up in here. You know what I'm saying? And so the firstborn of your kid wouldn't die. So coming out of, you know what I'm saying, Egypt, you know what I'm saying, we had to leave in haste.
Right.
That's why we right now in the feast of unleavened bread, because they ain't have enough time to put flour in there to make the bed rise.
Right.
So us being outside, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, is more into spirit of what the Passover is about.
That's right.
You understand?
That's
like
right.
it ain't all, like he was just saying, it ain't all about you being in the building, you know what I'm saying, with air conditioning. Everybody want to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be in a big building and with AC. Them brothers and sisters didn't have that option coming out of Egypt.
Right.
Man. They had to leave out in haste, which means some of them was walking. You know what I'm saying? Some of them was on horses and carts and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we had to leave out of Egypt in order for us to have our own. And let me tell you something. That's why it's so important to hold on to your culture, because we about to experience that again. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who do not understand the Bible, this is what the Bible really teaches, that you Israelites that lost your identity, you're going to be carried out of America by Jesus Christ. That's what the whole second coming of Christ about. It ain't about nothing else but him coming to destroy America, put white people in slavery. That's why you think it's called Judgment Day. That means when Christ coming, he's judging somebody. Now, who is he judging? He's judging the nation that have destroyed these 12 tribes. Not that Christian. I know your preacher ain't teaching you that, because your preacher, he understands the Bible like he understands Chinese arithmetic. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, he don't have a clue what the hell that Bible is really teaching.
Right,
but this is what Judgment Day is about. Now, in that process, man, you know what I'm saying, coming out of America, it's gonna be rough. Because you know the roughest thing about it is the whole brainwashing that we can't live without white people.
That part.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we've been in America for so long, even though we didn't invent everything in this joint, we still have the whole slave mentality that we wouldn't be able to survive without white people. When that is far is from the truth. We would be able to do it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we got enough talent, and most importantly, the Most High is going to be with us to guide us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see the Third World War. We in some very serious times. You know what I'm saying? Like gas prices rising, which means everything gonna rise. Food prices, rent prices. We about to experience some rough times. Now, in the process of experiencing them rough times, the best thing that you're gonna need is brothers who can guide you through these rough times.
That's right.
And that's what Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK is for. If you never heard of us, man, it's good that you just now tuning in, because we are the certified prophets of the Lord. And one thing about it, we don't care if you believe us or not. You will see in the long run, everything that we say is coming to pass.
Damn right, sir.
Y'all done?
Hey, Cat, what's so heavy about what you're saying, sir, is when it comes down to it, it's going to take some uncomfortability, you know what I'm saying, for us to get to where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? We have made, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have made ourselves comfortable in an uncomfortable state. You know what I'm saying? Being a second-class citizen under anybody, you know what I'm saying, you should be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been here and been under this, you know, authority so long, we've made ourselves comfortable, just like how you see a brother, you know what I'm saying, make himself comfortable in the prison cell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know,
right.
we made ourselves comfortable in this place. But we got to understand, we have to come to uncomfortability, you know what I'm saying, to rise to where we need to do as a people.
Damn right. Get a brother a hand on that. Go ahead, my guy.
Hey, Captain, if I could, and like you were saying about being uncomfortable with the Passover, you know what I mean? Now, think about when the spirit of death.
What's up, trooper?
When
Lord Christ, huh? Go ahead and turn that chair all the way around, man. You can face it. You know, get comfortable, man. Somebody pour that nigga a drink. You know what I'm saying? Let him get nice and warm up in this joint. Go ahead, my y'all.
Hey, what Saki said, when the angel of death passed over us, you know what I'm saying? When we was in Egypt, everybody must forget. You know what I'm saying? We were in hardcore slavery back then.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We weren't just citizens of Egypt, living there and just got tired of living there because we couldn't express ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had increased our burden.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Not only we was in hardcore slavery, they said the slavery wasn't hard enough and increased our burden. So like, I think brothers and sisters picture like we was living in little mini condos or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you said, there wasn't no AC. It wasn't no room service. It wasn't no concierge service. You weren't in a 5-star restaurant or in some strip club like some of these fake Israelites groups be. You know what I'm saying? We was in hardcore. We was in the midst of poverty.
That's it.
In hardcore slavery.
Damn right.
When the Lord took us up out of there.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And we left in a hurry because there was a whole goddamn powerful army breathing down our neck, trying to commit genocide on our people.
Man, come on, man. Give it up. You know what I mean? So moving right along, you know what I'm saying? What else do we have down there at Passover?
Thursday we had the kids party.
Big up, you know what I'm saying? Big up to my Red Banashira.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
She been putting that thing together, you know what I'm saying, for some years. And that's just an example, you know what I'm saying, of when you put a sister in the right spirit, you know what I'm saying? The kids are very important.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So her doing the kids party, doing the week of the Passover week, as we like to call it. And that means them kids gonna be able to walk away remembrance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just kids, you know what I'm saying, from what I heard, some of you adults as well. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was in your best interest to get your big ass on the slide down. Putting your damn job at risk. Got to go to work with a twisted ankle and all that shit. I'll be with you. I ain't getting none of that. But from what the sister told me, you know what I'm saying, the children's party was a success as well. Now, what else we had, Lamar?
German Hyman scripture breakdown class.
Oh yeah, give it up. You know what I'm saying? See me one more time on that thing. Break it down.
Come on, if I may, you know, German Hyman, he's one of the most eloquent scripture breakdown class teachers in the nation. And it was where we were outside and there's a little bit of rain, all the good stuff. And it was beautiful.
Damn right.
Gemma Hyman, he ain't like the one thing that we found out this weekend is the rain is not gonna stop us from being priests of the Lord.
Damn right. Right.
Yeah, thunderstorms, rain, lightning, it's irrelevant. You understand? The work of the Lord doesn't stop for no weather, no nothing. We're gonna handle what we gotta handle, especially when it's in an event that's commanded by the Lord.
Damn right. I will on.
Yeah, come on,
please.
One thing I took away from that class, General Hyman class, is that we raising our children in the right spirit.
That's it.
It was like 25 kids came up there with questions. They wanted some money. But they had some good questions.
Damn right.
They've been raised correctly.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of them brothers that be seeing all them kids come up. And I get a little frustrated, like, all right, now y'all sit y'all little ass down so we can get on to this. You know what
you got enough kids, you might as well come into the line.
I know, right? But like y'all saying, they so in the right spirit, and our children, man, are so important. The children are more important than you and I, because they gonna carry on our legacy when we no longer here. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's important too. I'm coming to your down. It's important to our children because guess what? We teaching them this culture. And it's damn sure better than the culture that they being taught in America. The only thing that America teaches our children how to be, they teach our daughters how to be whores and teach our sons, you know what I'm saying, how to be criminals. You know what I'm saying, how to be unalivers. And that's why you see now because of lack of leadership, now they calling our young men YNs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And now a young boy feel as though that's his obligation to be a YN.
Right.
So he putting on a mask now, and again, he goes out and commit crime and don't understand the repercussions that come with it. You know what I'm saying? You thinking life is not a video game, young man. You know what I'm saying? It's a place, you know what I'm saying, you're going to end up from not being led properly, which is why it's important that you brothers in the ISUPK continue to push this truth.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Continue to do the job that Christ wants you to do, because it was our job to go out there and get every young Black, Hispanic, young male that we can, Native Indian that we can.
Damn
Because
right.
when we get them, you know what we're going to do with them. We're going to raise them up to be men.
Right.
You want to know why these Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian young boys, when they grow to be men, they ain't quite men? It's because the leadership have failed at the job.
That's right.
And not only did these religious leaders and these sports figures and all these failed at the job and everything like that, they don't charge themselves, you know what I'm saying, for failing. And if you're going to fix the problem, you have to charge yourself, you know what I'm saying, for the mess up.
That's right.
Y'all done? Come on.
Hey, yeah, but what's so heavy about what you're saying, sir, is the fact that these kids actually came down and had the opportunity to be kids. You know what I'm saying? They like you said, they had the children's party. They had something for them. You know what I'm saying? If you look in our communities, you know what I'm saying, we are not building anything for these kids. Like if you look in the ghettos and the barrios and the reservations, it's nothing set up for the kids anymore.
That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying? You don't have the programs that you used to have. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that, parks and different things like that.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? In the ghetto.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
you have
it.
them in the outskirts and the suburbs and stuff like that.
That's
But,
it.
Esau and they kids.
Yeah.
They want those proper things for their kids. But we don't have these things going on in the ghetto. So that's why you have a young boy that wants to be the YN that's gonna shoot up the neighborhood, that's gonna sell drugs in the neighborhood.
Damn right.
Smoking weed and drinking, you know what I'm saying, by the age of 12.
There
you know
you go.
what I'm saying? You
That's
have
it.
those situations because you don't have opportunities for the kids to just be kids.
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, one quick. Sister Naraba Nam, she said, I definitely had a heart attack on the
on the slide.
On the damn slide. Says, why you do that to yourself?
You know what I mean?
I'm just messing with you, sis. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all better than me. I wasn't getting on nothing. Lamont, go ahead, please.
If I made it, Yardan's point, like why we do what we do for the children is to let them, be children, be guided up in the right way. But in the Christian church, the only thing the Christian church gives them is being assaulted. And they don't, they're forced to grow up at a young age and taking care of a drug abusing parent or whatever the case may be. They don't get the opportunity to live the adolescent life that they deserve to live.
Damn right.
You understand? But the UPK, like we always say, is a safe haven. You understand? For all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians at any age that exists.
Damn right.
You understand? So like I'm saying, if you want to save him for your kids, you can't go to the church. You can't go to the mosque. You can't go to any of these other religions because they don't have a true safe haven for their people, let alone the adolescents.
Damn right. Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Yeah.
Hey, Kamakan. So, and what makes the ISUPK so special and so dangerous to this empire?
Come on.
You know what I mean? Is the fact that we are instilling morals and values into these children.
Exactly.
We're giving them their identity. Something that every man at this table, every man in this room, every brother and sister listening to this podcast did not have when we were growing up.
Come on.
We didn't grow up knowing we were the greatest people ever lived. We didn't grow up knowing that we descended from the same bloodline and the same tribe as Jesus Christ, the greatest man that ever lived.
Damn right.
We didn't know God chose us over everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So our kids now, from a young age, are growing up knowing that they're special, knowing that they're different, knowing that they don't belong in this world that hates them, knowing the world hates them and they don't belong in this world, that they're going to be better and rule the world one day.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that gives them a sense of empowerment. Everybody talking about empower.
That's right.
And the thing that's going to empower you the most is the thing that every nation has over us, is knowing our history, knowing our ancestry, and knowing our true greatness and position on this planet.
Man, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. You know what I'm saying? So what else was next on that list for Passover?
I know Friday morning, that was more of a specific thing. Brothers went out and did like a day party.
Yeah, I believe
There was
Brother
nothing like
Day
situated or planned or whatever the case may be. But I know later on that evening we had the all black party back at the B&A Ranch.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? All black party was off the chain. Few people decided not to come in all black, but that part I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people just don't like following the rules. When I seen the people who wasn't in all black, I said, I mean, it's one thing to just have on something black, but they came in just all white. Or I'm looking like this is a kid that got sent to the office. Like it's something in us that say, I'm just gonna go in here and not obey none of the rules.
Right.
You ever see somebody that come work a job and they just ain't following nothing that's on the damn wall? You know what I'm saying? As far as the rules, they come in here and do. Why did you come here to work? Man, I think medication to help you. I'm only joking, you know what I'm saying? But of course, the all black party, man, that joint was off the chain. Damn good time.
Oh, kind.
Music that was played, you know what I'm saying? Again, this brotherhood right here is it didn't matter how much rain was out there. It didn't matter that it was mud or whatever, because the true sun is being able to sit and have a conversation, excuse me, with different brothers and sisters from across the country that you normally only see on social media. You only see certain brothers and sisters on Instagram and Facebook, but to be able to sit and have a conversation or adapt, man, it's next to none. You ever done?
Kind, sir. And if I could, too,
please,
I would be remiss, man, not to big up, you know what I'm saying, all my babysitters, man, that volunteered.
Oh man, get them a hand. Come on, man.
If I could, sir,
please,
just want to give all the brothers that held Shamar for me, you know what I'm saying, the water, you know what I'm saying, all my babysitters, they did an excellent job with all these kids. You know, Israel got some bad. They got some bad kids. So, you know what I'm saying, my babysitters, they held them down, you know what I'm saying, while their parents went out and had a good time at that black party. I just wanted to big all of them up, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all.
Damn
you know what
right.
In general, you know what I'm saying, took care of them. You know
damn right. Well, give it up, man. Listen, they lucky I ain't in charge of the babysitter, because I'd have walked right in the IG with a belt right over the top of my shoulder. And I would grab the microphone and say, turn down that music right quick. And I would say, you kids act bad. Your parents have given you the authority to whip your ass. You know what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, go ahead and turn the music on. Have a great time. Okay. Listen, the brother, you understand, Yusuf, the Ak, he said, Salak, if I may, Captain, and my Adawanium, this was my first Passover, and I never seen so much unity and love. Damn. I knew I was in the right place, and I definitely say ISUPK is the home of the truth.
Damn right.
All right. What was next?
Come on. Next up is the day of all days, the Lord's 57th annual Passover that Saturday.
Oh man, somebody get me right on that Passover. IG.
Yeah, man, Captain, this is my favorite Passover. Just because it was like the Lord tested us.
Damn right.
He wanted to see who was going to complain about some fucking rain.
That's it.
Some little crickets or something on you.
Come on, man.
A little fly or something.
Yeah.
And the generals, I felt, put up the standard.
That's it.
They was out there in the rain. Nasty Nate, he would call it quits and said, "Okay, we gotta cancel this." And they said the prayers in the rain.
Damn
every
right.
goddamn prayer.
Damn right. Big shout out to Captain Shapari. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was doing them prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought the Most High was doing the damn prayer.
Right.
Listen, he gets authoritative on that mic. Stand up for the prayer. Turn to the east, to the right. He don't be playing. You was gonna say something?
If I could.
Good, go ahead.
I gotta give a big up to General Mayaki Allah too, man.
Damn right. Damn right.
He was out there rocking.
Damn right. Give it up. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it was raining pretty much the whole time for the Passover, but you would have never knew it. You know what I'm saying? We did not let that stop us. And it's so in the spirit of what the Passover is all about. Our forefathers did not come out of ancient Egypt in a comfortable situation. And guess what? Coming out of America, brothers and sisters, unfortunately, is not going to be a comfortable situation. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through some rough things, man. Food shortages. You know what I'm saying? people, these white supremacist groups. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff you're gonna run into. But the one thing that's gonna help you make it through is the brotherhood and the sisterhood.
That's right.
This is what the Lord wants you to rely on your people, man. That's why it's a nation. You wasn't born to be an individual. You know, a lot of people get taught that, and because when you teach people that, this is what make a person selfish.
Right.
This is what make a person not want to share, you know what I'm saying, with their brothers and sisters when they have something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That'll make a cat who a billionaire, you know what I'm saying, get on national TV and say, yeah, I had a family member ask me for $5,000. I looked at him and told him it don't work like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're a goddamn billionaire. Man, if I had $1 billion, man, I'm showing up to family functions, man, passing out checks.
Right.
Right.
You know, now hopefully they do the right thing with it, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna be sitting here and gotta coach them, you know what I'm saying? We didn't grew up in hell and poverty, man. You gotta hell, nigga, if you had 500 million, what are you even talking about?
Right.
This place teaches you to be selfish as hell. But the truth, it teaches you to rely on each other.
That's
and
right.
we gonna need each other to come up out of this. This is why the Most High said in Zephaniah 9:21, y'all know my favorite scripture. Gather yourself together, old nation, not desired.
I'm right.
Mark y'all.
Talking about talking about a nation doing their own thing and making sure we good together. Is that we always got to give a shout out to the troopers and those young men. Oh yeah, the man that were running back and forth from the actual like the cooking area all the way down to the field of bringing the lamb, the unleavened bread, the waters, the drinks in that rain and all black.
Damn right.
You know, making sure that everyone at the venue was wild.
Damn right.
And then we got to go and show out to all the brothers out there looking fly as shit,
man,
in their garment.
You
You understand? Wearing that glorious warlike apparel as we were commanded to do so.
Damn right.
This is looking great. You understand?
Man,
doing their thing.
While you brought up them young men, the
Yes,
troop, I'm gonna
sir.
pass it back to you. Man, they said Officer Rakam Yale. Now he just an officer of 50. They said, man, he was acting like he was a 13 shield general.
I saw it.
You understand? The nigga just got off of 50 like a month ago.
You know what I mean?
They said he was at the damn Passover, conducted brothers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get over here. He was doing like Tazan. Y'all line up right there. He had niggas moving and shit. I seen him too. I seen him at the table. I said, what the hell is this nigga doing? This nigga directed him like he a quarterback out there. You hear me? But what you said was so on point, man. Them garments and them sisters in them beautiful dresses, man. You understand? Like, ain't nothing more beautiful than a black and Hispanic woman, man, that is able to crush the dress code that America then taught them, man, which is covering up your ass, man. Especially when you got a man. Listen, sis, I don't want to see your cleavage, man.
Right.
You get my point? I don't want to see your stomach. I don't want to see you wearing some tie, looking at your behind, especially when you got a man. Right. Now, when you ain't got no man, I look at you and say, well, maybe I can fix it. Brothers always think they can fix it. Right. They look at the sister and say, yeah, she ain't dressed probably, but I think I can go ahead. Give me right on that. Okay.
You gotta stop that.
No doubt.
Later on this, I should have known better.
You understand? But the brothers wearing glorious garments, man. And it ain't just, these brothers ain't just wearing the garments. These brothers are the garments. You understand? Meaning we ain't just dressing like men and women of the Lord. We are men and women of the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Right. Like, it's one thing to dress nice, it's another thing to have the morals to go with the dress code. You get my point? Don't be a sister to where you dress it nice, but really you a whore behind closed doors.
Right.
Don't be a brother that put on a garment, but really you a drug addict behind closed doors.
Right.
When you ain't around us, you going back home smoking weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You going back home selling drugs.
Right.
Because you imagine that being a prison officer in here and you selling crack on the side. Now, what in the hell you think you're doing, man? The Lord is gonna kill your behind for that, man. You understand? So I want them to pass it back to Lamar.
If I may just end it all. The brothers and sisters I know, I talked to the doctor as well when it came down to like the cooking and everything like that. He said before we even got there, he had the brothers out there and the sisters out there on 12-hour shifts.
Dang.
To make the unleavened bread and help with the lamb and stuff like that.
Big shout out to all you brothers and sisters that work 12-hour shift just to make sure that your brothers and sisters can eat. Damn, go ahead, Priest.
I gotta let y'all know out there that put their foot in the food. It was fantastic. The lamb was on point. The unleavened bread was great. You understand? So the doc under Commander General, y'all did y'all thing this year for the Lord's 57.
I'm gonna tell you, man, and it's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? That lamb was probably the best tasting lamb I've tasted.
It was.
I've been to quite a few Passover. I'm about 15 years in the game. I'd have been. And brother, that lamb there, I don't want to disrespect nobody else who made lamb, but that there, the seasoning that they did with that lamb there,
yes, sir.
Brother, it was on and popping with that lamb. Go ahead, Bree.
If I could, sir, the just like you were saying, the brotherhood was excellent and on point as well.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Like, you know, for anybody that was in any event, you know what I'm saying, they lost anything, you know what I'm saying? They was, you know what I'm saying, they had a lost and found joint, you know what I'm saying? Like, because my rib, you know what I'm saying, she had lost our baby bag and stuff like that. Brother said that boy on point for the next event, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what real brotherhood and sisterhood is about.
That's it.
Coming together and showing love to your people.
That's it. Damn right.
Ain't about getting over on nobody. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Everybody out there having a great time.
That's it.
Showing brotherhood and sisterhood in this place. And that's what the Most High, you know what I'm saying, is teaching us about all of these.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. And what else was it, Lamont?
Come on. We go to the last day, final day on Sunday. We ended it off on a heavy note. That we're still in the midst of is a feast of unleavened bread.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up.
If I let anyone expound on this, is my eyes topic.
I will get and once again, sir, you know what I'm saying? This Passover was a little special because like I said, our resolve really got tested.
Damn
you know
right.
what I'm saying? With
That's
that
right.
weather.
That's it.
You know what I mean? A lot of brothers and sisters would have packed it up because of the rain. You know what I'm saying? But we persevered through that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
For the Passover, for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And what's so heavy about it, like it's so spiritual because you know what I'm saying? It's the Feast of Unleavened Bread is about sacrifice.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Because like I said, we're in the midst of it right now. Brothers have not had in this empire had anything with any leaven in it or rising agent in it. Everything got baking soda, baking powder, yeast. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We reading ingredients. We going through whole lists. We in the grocery store taking 5 hours to shop. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But
no doubt.
It's so heavy and spiritual because this shows our dedication to the Lord and bringing our nation back.
Damn
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And the Feast of Unleavened Bread, man, and nobody wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Like we did the ceremony. The ceremony was great. Commander General Yohana and you know, Captain Ashaparium and Captain Zanayah.
Yep.
They rocked it out. Commander General Yohana came and just completely blazed it.
Man, listen, leaving the Passover, it remind me of back in the day when you go over your cousin's crib and have a great time, and then come Sunday, you know it's time. You know your parents are finna come pick you up to go home. You damn near want to cry. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be towards the end. You like, damn, this shit is over because as soon as it come, it gone. You know what I'm saying? Now again, we got other events coming up. We got cookouts coming up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, camp season is about to rock. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be plenty other things that we're gonna be able to come together in again with these cookouts. I think the first cookout is gonna be Atlanta kicking it off. I believe Chicago, New York, Cali, and then Houston.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So we got cookouts where we're going to be able to come together again and experience this ISUBK brotherhood. And just to close it out as far as the Passover, if you did not attend the ISUBK 57 annual Passover, you did not have a Passover.
That's a fact.
You these fake Israelite groups, you know what I'm saying? The Lord did not acknowledge that. The only thing that you had was a nice dinner.
Facts. That's it.
Get my point? You know what I'm saying? This thing is like the Bible says, one body. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be in one. We not strong enough as a people to be having 12 different goddamn groups, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Again, you want to bring that Christian confusion into the truth, and it's not going to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to destroy that group and that camp that you in overnight, and you're going to be able to see. You know what I'm saying? That it's only one place. I belong.
Right, Cap. Just one thing to that point.
I
just
like the gall that you gotta have to think that you're a better leader than Commander Juliana.
Right.
You can't even clean the shoes of General Muhammad.
Damn right.
Him.
That's
but
it.
You think you're a better leader than Commander Juliana?
Damn right.
It's just insane to me.
Damn right. Pride,
that's
listen,
a fact.
man, pride is a strong demon.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want, in order to come into the truth, I'm paraphrasing. The scriptures say destruction come before pride cometh before destruction. Right. So a person who full of themselves, they can't submit to a righteous brother. If you can't submit under the authority of Commander Juliana, how the hell you think you're gonna submit under the authority of Christ?
Right.
Paul said in the Bible, "Be ye followers of me, even as I am of Christ." So if you can't submit, you know what I'm saying, to the brother whom the Lord put in charge of this nation, then you ain't ready to serve Christ. Christ showed up today, you would be saying that ain't the real Christ.
Oh, wait.
You would be doing like John the Baptist did, and you would look at Christ and say, "Are ye the one we supposed to be following?"
Right.
Christ will show up right now with 200 million angels, get out the chariot, you know what I'm saying, looking dreadful as hell, and you niggas will still look at him and say, "Are you the one?"
Good night.
Yeah, so
Right.
he the
Right.
one. Wait,
Ooh,
I'm gonna
wait.
show you right now. We're gonna chop these heads off. Now, is he? Now you can see he the one. But your head get chopped off your dead body.
Right.
Come on, man.
If I could,
Please.
Because I just said what he said. I also want to give a big shout out to Jeremiah Hyman for making himself available for counseling. You know, the entire weekend of the Passover. You know, put the 2, 3, 4, 5 hours out the side each day to make sure that he took care of all the individual needs of the brothers and sisters that might have some demons to eradicate them, so we can have the great event we had in itself.
Damn right.
So Jeremiah Hyman, we always got to give a big shout out to that brother. You know,
one thing you didn't see was a bunch of arguing and fighting. And,
right.
You know, people getting cussing people out because they drunk. Man, you didn't see none of that. Now, if you black or Hispanic, now when the last time you been to a family function or event where people wasn't arguing, cussing each other out?
Right.
Talk about thousands.
We talking about thousands of people. I ain't seen not one argument, one disagreement, no nothing. If it was kept behind closed doors like it was supposed to be. And like Lamarck said, the council was handled down there, or the council is gonna come after the event is over. But for the most part, everybody was in good behavior.
Damn right, sir.
Y'all know, y'all get for Thanksgiving, somebody getting an old bottle smacked over their head before the night is over.
Right.
Go ahead.
So like I said, you being light on them about the old bottle. They pulling out pistols now.
Right. Shot over there.
So in other words, you saying family members are gonna put a bullet in your ass.
God.
Damn, you can't even sit down for Christmas without getting a 45 caliber bullet in your ass.
Right. You took too much stuff.
Right. You ate too much. You didn't put in. That's the famous one right there. You didn't put in on this.
Take plates after you ain't even put in.
Right. You do this every year.
Man, you niggas, let me tell you something. Some of you niggas out here, you just got a rotten soul, man. If you make a ton of food, man, don't be sitting there watching who getting the plate, man. It mainly be you sisters, man, in that church, man. You sisters, you got a certain perfume you wear, and that hat, them hats you wearing, and when you put one of them monsters in charge of a Thanksgiving dinner, brother, look out.
Look out.
You know what I'm saying? So where we at?
Con. We are gonna kick off with the first story of the week. And we're gonna go up, of course, into World War III. And it's saying he picked his specific topic he wanted to play out. Trump over here in Iran made a treaty, a peace treaty for a ceasefire, whatever the case may be. And Israel said, nah. They had their own plans.
Man, listen.
So, Ajib, you have anything to say on this?
Yeah, cool, guys.
Please.
So, bad cap. So pretty much, Trump, he wants to get out of this conflict. Israel don't want to end the conflict.
That's it.
So they own two totally different priorities.
That's
Israel want to conquer the Middle East.
That's it.
Trump wanted to, but he can't.
Right.
So he's trying to get up out of there.
Yeah.
He even was going to agree to Iran's terms. One of Iran's terms was that the United States can't have a presence in the Middle East. I mean, which is something that's huge.
It's huge in the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the United States got a ton of them Middle Eastern countries where they got bases. You know what I'm saying? They got bases. The United States got. Y'all want to know what the United States doing over there is part of them ruling the world. And so that means they got army bases in a ton of Middle East countries. So if they pull out of there, pull them, get me right on this, IG. If they pull out of them countries, now you telling Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and a ton of them other countries that we're no longer going to protect you, you know what I'm saying, from Iran. Because what happens is, you know, with them Muslims out there, some of them is Sunni, and some of them is, what's the other one? Shiite. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna get along. So they didn't struck a deal with America to protect. Now, if America pulls out, you know what I'm saying, two things gonna happen. Them countries, you know what I'm saying, not gonna have no protection. And after a while, they're gonna stop, you know what I'm saying, trading in US dollars. And when they stop trading in US dollars, brothers and sisters, then guess what? That's gonna happen to the US economy. It's gonna get shaken pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? Which means we're gonna be starting, you're gonna look up and you're gonna start to see more and more people standing in free food lines. You get my point? Again, you know what I'm saying? These things are inevitable to happen anyway, because the Most High is bringing down the American empire for all the evil that it has done for centuries. This place has got to get judged. The Lord said it in the Bible that He's going to judge America the same way He judged Egypt, with plagues. Remember, Moses kept going back into Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's heart kept getting hardened. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord know that He had to do this, you know what I'm saying, to Egypt in order for them to understand that He had to let them Israelites go. And guess what? The Lord gonna do the same thing with America, because they decided that they was gonna build an empire based off ancient Egypt. So if they pull out of the Middle East, man, look out! This this place gonna get shaken. You understand? Go ahead, IG.
Yeah, Con. So
Mhm.
you hit it on the nail.
Yeah.
So right now we got what's going on in Lebanon and Israel.
Okay, let's play it.
200 people dead, more than 1,100 people wounded. There is the announcement of the ceasefire, and it gave a lot of hope for everyone, but nobody expected that the huge bombing campaign, 100 targets in 10 minutes, they said, but it was a nightmare. Different neighborhoods in Beirut were hit by heavy bombs. Loud explosion could be heard everywhere, and smoke rose up and from all sides. Blood everywhere, smoke everywhere, fire everywhere, rubbles, dust, everything. Several of the strikes were hit in a busy commercial and densely populated location without warning. The situation is depressive, sad. People were trying to run away, but where? You know, they were run away from this. They were bombing. You know,
Go ahead, IG. Go ahead.
So, Cap, the lady was breaking down. She was saying that the people of Lebanon, when they heard that it was a ceasefire, that everybody was happy.
Right.
And then 10 minutes later, Israel announced a bombing campaign.
That's
Started
it.
bombing everything in Lebanon.
Where does that scripture say, you know what I'm saying, that no, where it say he break on even his own covenants or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? See if you can find that one for me. Go ahead, Lamar.
If I may, like, we talking about Israel, like the so-called chosen people of God on earth right now, like the people that everyone reverences, and they can't say anything anti-Semitic about because they're so reverenced for being God's holy people, but they're committing murder. This is murder. Innocent. They had an opportunity to stop having any type of violence, whatever the case may be, but they're bombing innocent civilians.
Yeah,
that was a random residential area. It wasn't like it was an attack on a war site.
That's it,
or anything of that source.
That's it.
They decided to bomb a peaceful residential area
That's it.
was, like IG said, happy and glorifying the fact that there's not going to be any more warfare in their location.
Damn right.
But this is the people that we're saying is special.
Right.
This is supposed to be God's chosen people of now.
That's it.
Why are they indiscriminately murdering innocent civilians?
That's it.
Wonder why? Because they're not God's chosen people. They're the murderers and the deceivers of the earth that we have, that Satan has turned into the chosen people in the people's eyes.
And let me say this, it also goes to show that the United States, you know what I'm saying, and the Israelis are not on the same page.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? America keep talking about ceasefire, and the Israelis ain't agreeing with none of that. You see what I'm saying? And so therefore they going on bombing, you know what I'm saying, as normal. Again, those Israelis, they are not the real Israelites, man.
Right.
Those people are diabolical. They ain't no different from any form of white people.
Right.
And the best gift, I don't even say gift, but the best the characteristic of the white man is to just murder everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it's like, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, like the lady was just saying, she said people waking up trying to run somewhere, and she said, where you gonna run?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is you wake up, there's rubble outside, there's blood and guts every goddamn where. And let me tell you something, that's coming to America very soon. Biblical prophecy is that it's going to start in the Middle East, but that is going to be the reality of this place. Once again, everybody's going to find out that the Most High ain't nothing to play with, man. The Lord is coming to judge this earth because of all the wickedness that takes place in this joint. Slavery, you understand? Homosexuality, being drug addicts, you know what I'm saying? Thievery. You wiped out the culture of them 12 tribes. The earth has got to pay for that, man.
That's right.
You know, even though the Africans, they went and tried to make a case you can't go make a case to the United Nations about what didn't happen to these 12 tribes.
Right.
They not the Most High. Ain't nobody have enough power and strength to judge America for everything that they done done. You know what I'm saying? God, you got to go to the Most High for that. And therefore, the Lord is putting His spirit on these nations to go to war with each other. And you're going to learn. One day in America, you're going to imagine just you go to sleep at night, you wake up and all the buildings is stones is turned over.
Yeah,
houses, you grew up and you look in your neighborhood, all the houses is destroyed because bombs being dropped. You seeing your neighbor's body parts all on the ground. Then you're going to understand how serious the Most High is about His rules being done here in the earth.
Right.
You understand? I will on.
Please. To your point, Cap. I think like Israel, they don't care about what America wants because they doing the same thing America did.
That's it.
They under like the Manifest Destiny Act.
Yeah.
So they exterminated Palestine in the south.
Yeah.
Now they moving in the north to Lebanon and trying to take over that area. So they like, man, y'all did the same. Shut up,
man.
We're taking this over,
man. Look at IG in hand. You know what I'm saying? What IG is saying is so heavy because, like you say, they following the same script that the United States follow. In order to establish America, what did the United States have to do? They had to take this land from the Native Indians, man, and they slaughtered the Native Indians to the tune of 77 million. You might as well say 80 million Native American Indians. Right. They slaughtered in order to take this land.
Right.
That wasn't enough. Then they killed 100 million of you Negroes and you Benjamites, you know what I'm saying, bringing us over here in slavery. 100 million of us died just getting over here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying in slavery. You understand? Okay. And so the Israelis, like IG saying, they following that same script. They saying, listen, you built your empire through bloodshed. We're going to build ours through bloodshed.
Right. Yep.
We're going to do the same thing. Who are you to now try to charge us for like America is they got the right to be the moral judge.
Right.
All of them crimes that the United States have done over this earth, you know what I'm saying? They now trying to be a moral judge. Y'all done?
Hey, Cat, what's so heavy?
Please.
When you just said that, sir, it just ring in my head what our parents would tell us. You know what I'm saying? Do as I do, not what I say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you want somebody to follow you with a moral authority that you give them.
That's it.
But you don't want to follow that same moral authority.
No doubt. No doubt. And listen, and because you know what I'm saying, America, you know what I'm saying, have joined themselves to the Israeli, now, you know what I'm saying, America is in a position in this war where it don't look like they can lead this Middle East. Either because if they do, they're gonna take a hit some way, in some form of fashion. Economically, you know what I'm saying, as far as these countries gonna stop looking at America like the world's #1 superpower.
Right.
They're gonna say, damn, you done came over here and let Iran whip that ass.
Oh my God.
I mean, it just does not look good. You got that scripture, IG? Give me the one. I need the one where it says but it was war in his heart.
Carnival Con.
That's the one I need.
Carnival
right
Con.
there, you know what I'm
Words are
saying?
smoother than butter.
Words are smoother than butter. But
55 and 21.
yeah, you give me that. You know what I'm saying? Again, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, can describe this white man better than anybody because he created him. You want to understand the white man, you know what you got, where you got to go? You got to go inside these scriptures for that. Lord gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, his description to a T. You know, let me know when one of y'all got it, man.
I got it, sir.
Read what you got, my y'all.
Carnival Con. This is the
go.
book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21.
Come on.
That's like it, sir. Start at verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with
He
him.
did what?
Put forth his hands against such as be at peace
Man,
with him.
listen, over in that Middle East, them damn Arabs wasn't messing with the damn Israelis. But yet it's some in the white man that just he can't sit still. It's in him, you know what I'm saying, to where he got to just go ahead and gobble up the earth. Read.
He had broken his covenant.
He had did what?
Broken his covenant.
America telling them ceasefire. Meanwhile, the Israelis still bombing.
Right.
You get my point. And now again, you know what I'm saying, we could tell the them Arabs better than anybody that you can't make no covenant with white people.
Right.
They made 170 covenants with the Native Indians and didn't keep one. They made covenants with you Negroes, you know what I'm saying, and didn't keep them. They made you feel like you was a citizen in the Constitution, you know what I'm saying. Then you had to go for 100 years and find out that you wasn't a citizen. And then in 63 or 64, you came up with the Civil Rights Act, and Martin Luther King got up there and said free at last.
Right.
Now, why did he say that? Because during the Constitution, you wasn't free.
Right.
You understand? You went through black codes, Jim Crow, all these different things, you know what I'm saying? Because a white man never have intentions of treating you like a citizen or giving you citizenship.
That's right.
Keep reading.
Verse 21.
Come on.
The words of his mouth was smoother than butter.
Brother, his mouth are what?
Smoother than butter.
They always talking about that peace crap, you know what I'm saying? Let's sign a deal, this, that, never. But the white man doesn't have any intentions on keeping a peace treaty deal with nobody. Right. He is an animal, man, and the animal that he is he gonna gobble up the earth. The white man is more vicious than a lion, tiger, and bear.
That's right.
A lion, tiger, and bear, they eat and get satisfied.
Right.
You see a lion, they eat a meal, they lay over on their damn back, and they done, you know what I'm saying, for the day. The white man, he just gobble, 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 gobble until he can't get enough. And this is part of the reason why Christ has to come and intervene. Because the scriptures say, have Christ not come, I'm paraphrasing, there wouldn't be any flesh to save.
Damn right.
You understand? Because these people are programmed to just kill. White people have to be put under the authority of the chosen people. You understand? Who are the chosen people? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You are the only people that are capable of running the earth because you don't wake up, you know what I'm saying, every day with murder on your damn mind. And if you are waking up every day with murder on your mind, it's because you've been following the white man for far too long.
Right.
And he didn't transform your mind to try to be like him. But naturally, that is not who you are. Any man on that?
Come on.
Read.
But war was in his heart.
But war was what?
In his heart.
You see that? You see it all. They tell you peace, 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 peace. But really, war. They told the Native American Indians peace and thank you, you know what I'm saying, for teaching us how to make it through the winter here in America. And then they put smallpox in their blankets.
Right.
You get my point? All that black people done here in America, and yet you still, you know what I'm saying, get treated like a second-class citizen, man. Right. That's who this man is. Do we got to go another 100 years until we figure out that these people are not going to change?
Right.
Hell no, we ain't got it. Because it's some of us that is intelligent. It's some of us, you know what I'm saying, that are receiving the Holy Spirit. To receive the Holy Spirit is not what they teach you in church, to get up there babbling and dancing all over that horrible dancing that you do. You look horrible, man.
Right.
I don't even know what type of dancing that is. You really is. I'm coming to you, Lamar. It really is demon-fied dancing, man.
Right.
You go to that church, man. That's a damn demon on them. To receive the Holy Spirit means you get the understanding of the truth.
Right.
Get the understanding the condition of America. Get the understanding your nationality and your purpose in the earth. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, you got a purpose in the earth, and it ain't to be a part of this empire. Lamar,
come on, if I may,
please.
What you so heavy? You talking about like the so-called white man, his so-called peace that he gave the Native Indians. Like they gave the Native Indians 178 peace treaties. You know what I'm saying? All the way from 1492, and we talking about Christopher Columbus the final peace treaty that they actually broke.
Yeah.
They broke every single one of them, all 178 of them.
That's it.
The final one they broke was about 9 years ago when they started putting like the flood lines in a certain area. Out of all those, that means from 1492 to about 2016, maybe 2019, they broke every single one slowly but surely. You understand? But at the same time, we still believe this is the people that can save us.
That's right.
Like Lamentation says, we keep seeking for a nation that cannot save us.
That's it.
This is a nation that is not going to save us.
Damn right.
Not that they can't, they will not.
Right.
They over there in that Middle East, man, not bombing, you know what I'm saying, strategic war sites. They over there bombing civilians.
Yeah,
right? That's like so much to who the white man is, the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right.
Any more we done, IJ? Where we going next?
Come on. So, secondly, we got going on. We're gonna go over the so-called godfather of hip hop, African Bambaataa. He passed away at the age of 67 recently. So we're gonna play a video of that. If anyone has anything to say, please.
Plenty.
Bambaataa.
So, the godfather of hip hop, Africa Bambaataa, passes away today at the age of 67. Outside of being known as the leader of the Zulu nation and his contribution to hip hop, Africa Bambaataa was also known for being a pedophile. It's been alleged that he used to make young boys, little boys, ages 15 and under, give him oral sex. It's also been alleged that he didn't want to make them bleed, so he wouldn't penetrate their anal. So what he would do is make them close their legs really tight, grease up their thighs, and put his penis between their thighs until he ejaculated.
We're getting a little too deep into it. Let me get this right. African Bambaataa was an actual Hamite, right? Or was he one of us?
So African Bambaataa, I believe, I don't know for sure.
Speculation.
You know what I'm saying? But I believe he was just a Judite.
That believed in being African customs.
He came up under, Malachi Z. York.
He did that shit.
Malachi Z. York. Give him the back history of Malachi Z. York. Because when I'm watching this type of video, guess who I'm thinking about right now? Anyway, we polite. Thank you. We're thinking about Polite and his spiritual father. You understand? That was a child toucher.
Right,
you understand? This is the same scenario.
Right.
You understand? So that's why I want to show the similarities to a person and the person that they learn from and the philosophies they learn from to the crimes that they actually truly commit. Because this is just another Polite story.
That's it.
You understand? This is Polite with a spiritual father. So I wanted to show the similarities. So if you want to give a background on what you know about this cat and the spiritual father.
So this cat is one of those cats that came up under that whole Egyptology. You know what I'm saying? Getting back to your African roots. You know what I'm saying? This cat was taught by Malachi Z. York. You know what I'm saying? And this is what, Malachi Z. York portrayed to him. And he just
the fruit that was produced.
Right.
Exactly.
And Malachi Z. York, get me right on this. He's locked up
under the jail
for child molestation.
So
guess what that means? So much for that African spirituality.
Brothers
and sisters, if somebody come to you talking about they teaching you African spirituality, I want you to put on some Nike track shoes and run about as fast as you can away from them niggas, man. Because they leading you down a rabbit hole of destruction. Again, nothing is gonna fix us but the truth.
Right.
Which the truth can be found in that Bible, the morals that's in them scriptures. The minute they get to talking about African spirituality, two things is going on. Number one, a hustle.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? To get all your money out of your pocket.
Right.
Number two, here come the molestation. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two biggest lusts when you deal with these religions, whether it's African spirituality, Islam, Christianity, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all about being hustled and them fulfilling their sexual deviancy. And that's why this cat under the jail and the cats that he taught picked up the same spirit that he did. Why? Because more than likely, African Bambaataa was molested himself. You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is And when you pick up the spirits of the truth, you get the spirit you need to fight from being a sexual deviant.
Right.
See, when you don't get taught the truth, you take your sexual deviancy and spread it. The demon that was put on you because you got violated, now it's on you to violate somebody else.
Right.
You understand? That is the whole point of it right there. And this is why it's so important for us to fight against that.
Right.
How do you fight against? What's one of the biggest ways you fight against it? By coming out saying homosexuality is wrong.
Right.
By coming out and saying child molestation is wrong.
That's right.
That's how you fight against it. And not just say it, but you got to also live the life to where you ain't doing that. You understand? What we get?
We were in the middle of the video. If you could, Ross, used to play for the beginning.
Let's go, Rod. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, y'all down.
Yeah, and it's a rough one because you know what I'm saying, just like the brother was saying, he didn't want to make the young man anally bleed. So it's like he has some kind of conscience, but at the same time, he still wanted to fulfill, you know, what I'm saying,
his disgusting love. This is what you call a monster. Yeah, he still gonna molest them, but he don't want to go up their butt. He just gonna use their legs. Like in other words, you know, he gonna try to use some justification.
Right.
I mean, this is insanity. Listen. You see why the Lord is going to destroy this place, don't you?
Carnival Con.
Like he wants to SA him without them having to feel violated. Like that's the same.
Go ahead, play it. Will come. All right.
So, the godfather of hip hop, Africa Bambaataa, passes away today at the age of 67. Outside of being known as the leader of the Zulu nation and his contribution to hip hop, Africa Bambaataa was also known for being a pedophile. It's been alleged that he used to make young boys, little boys, ages 15 and under, give him oral sex. It's also been alleged that he didn't want to make them bleed, so he wouldn't penetrate their anal. So what he would do is make them close their legs really tight, grease up their thighs, and put his penis between their thighs until he ejaculated. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but y'all need to hear the truth about y'all godfather of hip hop. Because while y'all mourn his death, there's still victims out there that's looking for closure. That'll never get it. And if he's the godfather of hip hop, that means at the inception of hip hop, this behavior was tolerated. So it makes you wonder about this door. This door you gotta walk through. If you walk through this door, you'll have all the fame and glitz and glamour. And on the other side of that door, though, is people like Africa Bambaataa. It's people like Diddy. Seeing if you're willing to let them penetrate you for the money and fame. So godfather of hip hop? Nah, godfather of the PDFs.
That's it, right? Get it, brother. Man. Where we going?
Hey, Cap, if I could, the brother took the words right out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? If that's the godfather of hip hop, then from its inception, hip hop was LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop was a predator's paradise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's the godfather,
yeah,
you know
I was just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't even give him the title of calling him the godfather. It's so many other brothers, you know what I'm saying, that you could give that title to. You shouldn't a heinous cat like this here, you know what I'm saying? And then let me tell you something, just hearing this story, brothers and sisters, this should teach you a lesson, you know what I'm saying, that all fame ain't worth it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you got to let somebody penetrate your backside, you know what I'm saying, to get fame, then that's a piece of fame, you know what I'm saying, that ain't warranted, man. You know, what you gonna gain out of that? You know, you ain't gonna do nothing but be destroyed behind it.
And if I could, Cap, the sick thing, sick thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, I remember when this first dropped, you know what I'm saying, Captain Desariat, you know what I'm saying, put that out there, interviewed two of the brothers that he had violated, you know, and then you see cats like Professor Griff and KRS-One and other cats, you know what I'm saying, KRS-One going to bat for him, saying, you know what I'm saying, we got to forget about the molestation because of his contribution to the culture of hip hop. Then you had cats like Professor Griff and other so-called legendary figures saying, well, everybody knew what was going on back then. Everybody knew what Bambaataa was into. You know what I'm saying?
That's the sad part. What did this cat die from? Do we know?
Let me look it up.
Yeah, see what he died from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the community, you know what I'm saying, should be celebrating that this cat ain't breathing no more.
Right.
There's some people, you know what I'm saying, everybody don't deserve an honorable mention when they die or an honorable burial.
Right.
Some people, you know what I'm saying, you supposed to say, man, may you rest in piss.
Damn
And
right.
this is a cat right here that need to rest in piss.
Right.
Brothers and sisters.
Complications of cancer.
What?
Complications of cancer.
More than likely AIDS. You know what I'm saying? If he having sex with men, then the Lord finally, you know what I'm saying, took him up out of here, which means another sexual predator is gone.
Right.
Which, if you want to know how you get closure, this is how you get closure. You know what I'm saying? Is that this cat dying from cancer or AIDS or whatever the hell he died from, now the victims, you know what I'm saying, can get a little bit of closure. A lot of them, it still ain't gonna be fixed because I'm ain't no telling, you know what I'm saying, what horrible things that he done. Y'all done?
Kind of what comes, sir. And just to piggyback on what the brother was saying, like what was most disheartening is the so-called leaders of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, not wanting to come up against this brother.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying, for the heinous crimes that he committed against our community.
Right.
We got to understand that we can't romanticize black leadership, and no matter what form it come in.
Damn right.
We got to say a truth for whatever you know, saying things that happen. Like, I know you want to romanticize Martin Luther King and people like these.
No doubt.
You know
No
what I'm saying?
doubt.
And that's what we've been taught to do throughout the time, because these are the people that have been put to the forefront as our leadership. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And like you said, like, you know what I'm saying, like hip hop had a lot of elements and a lot of brothers that was in charge.
Yep.
That was actually righteous brothers that was trying to shift the community into something righteous.
That's
This
it.
is what wasn't one of them. You know what I'm saying? This
Hey,
was a brother.
Rob, look at that charger. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
this was a brother that was leaning our community to something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To a community, you know, the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Which that's what our people should not have been lead to.
Right.
To. So anybody that's gonna represent that Zulu nation and stuff after that, you know what I'm saying? Which y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are part of the problem.
Yeah,
right.
Y'all not part of the solution of this in our community.
That's it.
But man,
Lamar.
Like, I think what's so heavy is that this came out at the same time as the Passover.
Right.
You understand? Like, of course, we celebrated the Passover to represent our freedom and our getting out of Egypt, which is so-called Africans, which is the same belief that this brother ended up following after the African customs. You understand? Because African customs, what? They were predominantly a nation that focused on being gay. You understand? Focusing on men being with men and women being with women. So, you know, us having the Passover at the same time is so spiritual in the sense is that he's doing what he died doing. I mean, being SAing young men or young kids or whatever the case may be. Like, that's like, it's so heavy. You know, I feel like I'm losing my point.
Yeah, no, so what?
It's so heavy at the same time because this is the same thing we need to get away from.
That's it.
You understand? That shows we're living in Egypt still today.
Damn
That's
right.
focusing on all that homosexuality,
Damn
and
right.
this is the time frame where we need to get away from it.
Get it, brother.
Right.
Hey, listen,
Almost lost.
You gotta leave this place spiritually first before you can be taken up out of here physically. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is so an example of what the scriptures say when it say don't be a respecter of persons.
Right.
Because how is he not sitting in the jail from all these people that he molested? That's what you gotta examine. The brother said he been able to pretty much get away with this because he was a gatekeeper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He tells somebody, man, listen, I'm a godfather hip hop. If you want to be a rapper, I can get you into the rap. I can get you a contract. I can hook you up with Puffy and whomever else. Just bend over and let me crack that behind for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, how do you have a sexual deviant like this living in the community? I'll tell you how. This type of demon is taught in the Christian church.
That's right.
This is your preacher that molests everybody and is able to get away with it because he's this prominent preacher. You know what I'm saying? He got a big fine car. He got a big church. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what respect of persons is, this is what it's talking about right here. You see what I'm saying? You are not supposed to be a respecter of a person. I don't give a damn if he a godfather of hip hop. I don't give a damn if he a preacher over a congregation of 10,000. If he wrong, he need to be removed from the position of leadership and immediately. This is how the ghetto get fixed, man. This is how we get fixed as a people by charging these type of cats right here that are poisoning the goddamn community. And now you able to see what African spirituality is all about. African spirituality ain't nothing about but a bunch of niggas, you know what I'm saying, putting on some damn dashikis and African jewelry. Meanwhile, they ain't doing nothing, ain't changed morally at all. Once again, the Bible describes you well. You're a person that likes to look good on the outside and act like you spiritual, this, that, and other. But meanwhile, you just a drug addict person that's molesting kids, smoking all the weed in the world. But yet, when somebody see you walking, they see you with a dashiki on, and they look at you and say, "This cat out here, I bet you he got some knowledge," and ain't got a bit of knowledge at all. Why in the hell you think you don't see these cats on the street corner? You know what I'm saying, teaching African spirituality. Why you think you don't see these cats in Islam out there with the Quran laid open? Because they ain't got a damn thing to teach. But yet you want to charge the Israelites. We out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying, teaching every goddamn day. Why? Because we got everything to teach, man. You understand? That's why you see us out there. We can go in the Bible and show you, and then show you about America, show you about the white man, show you what spirit you supposed to be in, show you your history before the slavery. I mean, yeah, before we got here as slaves. We were a royal people before slavery, man. We had an identity. We had a culture before slavery. That's right. And you know why you can't never find it? Because you're looking in the wrong places to get it. You going to school with the white man thinking he gonna teach you what people you were before he brought you over here in slavery. The whole point of him taking away our names, so we could be cut off from who we are. You get my point? So we can be cut off from our culture, and most importantly, so we can be cut off from our God. Man. He said, "I'm gonna cut y'all off from y'all God," and what I'm telling you in the Bible tell you he cut us off from my God, so we can look at him as God. So we can look at him as the Most High. That's what white Jesus represents, man. White Jesus is bigger than just an image. It represents the white man saying, "Niggas, I'm gonna be your God. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat your ass for 400 years, and you gonna love me for doing it, nigga." And that's just gonna be that. And we submitted and said, "Well, that's what it is," but not in the ISUBK. You understand? We ain't getting down with your white Jesus. We ain't getting down, nigga. We take the cross, you know what I'm saying, and throw it in the garbage can. We got a picture in white Jesus in this school right now, and we use it as a footstool, nigga. We ain't following no Christ but the one that was written in the records of that Bible. That's right. What Christ say, "Believeth on me as the scriptures have said." Christ ain't never came for the whole world. He said out his own mouth, "I ain't sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." That's crystal clear. He wasn't sent before. He ain't coming before one people, man. You understand? Also, what it said about Christ, the man was dark skinned with woolly hair. What you Christians say, it don't matter what he looked like. That ain't what the Bible say. Bible said it matter what he looked like. You understand? What we at with
Come on, we going on to the main topic. So we're gonna be talking about Crazy Bone exposes private prison that are linked to rap music.
Let's get it.
Rap music and destroyed a generation. Damn. So it says, "Hello. After more than 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music.
I get another water out of the refrigerator.
And ultimately, American society. I have struggled for a long time weighing the pros and cons of making my story public, as I was reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names and all the details that may risk my personal well-being and that of those who were, like me, dragged into something they weren't ready for."
Damn.
Hold on, let me
So we gonna tell a story.
We gonna tell a story. We ain't scared.
You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
They after us, not just
Look, Black Van
right there. Like you know, they're joking about when they saying we ain't scared, and they joking like that because most people are scared. We understand, like that's what white supremacy has done to us, to where we are scared to come out and speak the truth.
Oh, God.
This is how a cat like African Mambata is able to live in the community, because people are scared to speak against prominent people. This is where that demon come from. Y'all done?
It's so heavy that you say that and you link that together out of one. Because the whole thing about African Mambata is he had the project song. Like it was gangsters out of one that will ride and die for that name. You know what I'm saying? And if you speak about, and they knew what he was doing. They knew what he was doing.
Because he did them. Like part of the reason why they gangsters, you know what I'm saying, is because he molested them. Y'all don't know that homosexuals, people who have been sexually violated, the Ramawan, we're gonna break it out for them. That's why I love it with the round table. I love it. Sir. I love it. I love the fact that my y'all came in here with this strong. I told y'all gonna get the show tonight. You understand? Like what you don't understand is people who have been violated like that are the most violent.
That's right.
And they violated because they violent because they've been violated. Like anybody, a crime been done, you need to take it out on somebody. So now you grow up and be a gangster.
Right.
A lot of these, majority of these cats you see out here gang banging, they've been violated as children. Y'all talk about all the black women that get molested, but you don't talk about all these young boys that get molested at an age when they can't defend their fucking self.
Right.
They can't defend their fucking self because you done put the man out the goddamn house.
Right.
You understand? And now so now this make the children, you know what I'm saying, easy to be victims. Because a man's job more than anything is to protect the family. Right. It ain't all about going to get no job, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, every man should go out there and help, you know what I'm saying, bring food to the table. But a man's number one thing is protection, man.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, keep playing that joint.
So look, between the late 80s and early 90s, I was what you may call a decision maker with one of the more established companies in the music industry. I came to Europe in the early 80s and quickly established myself in the business. The industry was different back then, since technology and media weren't accessible to people like that, like they are today. The industry had more control over the public and had the means to influence them any way it wanted.
Right.
This may explain why in early 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Rap music's new direction.
Yeah.
Little did I know.
Right there. Now, remember before, and they're going to talk about it more, rap's direction before this new direction was fight the power.
Carnival God.
You know what I'm saying? Was cats getting on the mic, you know what I'm saying? Rapping about being a father to your child. Remember that song, The Cat? I can't think of the group, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Nice and Smooth where the cat came out there and rap about being a father to your child. It was songs that was about uplifting black people, man. Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying? All these MC Light. They wasn't rapping about being no whores. They wasn't dressing like whores. All of this you see right now going on, brothers and sisters, is a trained behavior, man. This is the reason why get somebody get that scripture for me where the Lord say he is the prince of the air. Talking about the so-called white man. The white man is the prince of the air, meaning he controls the airwaves. The airwaves are what? The TV, the radio. You know what I'm saying? This is how he brainwash you to be what he want you to be. This is what you don't understand. And this is what Crazy Bone is breaking down. Go ahead, Raj. Rob, go ahead, play it.
So we would be asked to unethical and destructive business practices ever seen.
Crazy.
So this was the meeting. The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember about 25 to 30 people were being there. Right. Most of them familiar faces. Speaking of those I knew, we joked about the theme of the meeting, as many of us did not care for rap and failed to see the purpose of being invited to a private meeting to discuss the future of hip hop.
Talk to them.
Among the attendees was a small group of unfamiliar faces who stayed to themselves and made no attempt to socialize beyond their circle. Based on their behavior and formal appearances, they didn't seem to be from our industry.
Yeah, that mean they invited a bunch of rappers. You know, these some white people that invited a bunch of rappers, and when they came, they ain't even want to sit amongst the brothers because they wasn't there for that. They wasn't there, you know what I'm saying, to be their damn friend. They was there, you know what I'm saying, to show them brothers what direction they wanted hip hop to move in. Pay attention to what's being going on. You know what I'm saying, my yard?
Caps, so like I said, and I would dare to go so far as to say those were government agents.
Damn right.
Those were CIA
Damn
agents
right.
sitting there.
Now you talk.
You know what I mean?
How you talking?
Commander General Yohana in the lecture that he did here in Chicago, he broke down how the CIA has invaded every facet of society and life and entertainment that we have ever known.
Somebody giving me too. They have taken crafty counsel against our people.
But they have broken into every facet of life that we have ever known and looked at. You know what I mean? To destroy our people and had, like you said, with crafty counsel, they have skillfully.
Hold on one second. To the brother on Jordan Hurst, if you go to ISUBK Chicago on YouTube, we are live streaming off that page. ISUP. I'm gonna type it in. Go ahead.
But they have skillfully, you know what I'm saying, mapped out a plot and a scheme to program us and destroy us. And everything from the food we eat, you know what I'm saying, the water we drink. The food we eat is different than the food in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying, in white neighborhoods and in these offshoot rural areas, you know what I'm saying, that we drive through where you got to be out by sundown. You know what I'm saying? Our entertainment is drastically different. Everything that we watch, everything that we consume is poisonous to our mentality and our spirit. You know what I mean? And it's meetings like this that they're talking about.
That's it.
Where they have sat back with these industry officials and these industry heads and these entertainers and sat on the side of the room looking as serious as a heart attack when they giving these instructions about what it is that they're going to do in the future if they want to survive.
Right. Y'all were done?
It's a lot, yeah. I don't want also to just provide us just a little more context of what this brother was saying.
Go ahead, priest.
Shortly after this, man, this brother ended up with some kind of severe illness that almost took his life.
Crazy Bone.
Crazy Bone.
Oh yeah, gun with gun.
You look after this video, after he put out this video, he suffered a severe illness that almost took his life.
Out of nowhere.
Because of course in the meeting, they're gonna tell you that you ain't supposed to go and say nothing about this meeting. You see what I'm saying? Let's go finish playing this thing. Raj Kajab on 1s and 2s.
Our casual chatter was interrupted when we were asked to sign the confidentiality agreement, preventing us from publicly discussing the information presented during the meeting. Needless to say, this intrigued, in some cases, disturbed many of us. The agreement was only a page long, but very clear on matters and consequences, which stated that violating the terms would result in job termination immediately.
Which means basically, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be ostracized and blackballed from the industry. You know what I'm saying? Which is why when y'all seeing Kanye West come out and say what he said, they blackballed. You get what I'm saying? But the white man can only blackball you, brothers and sisters, when you're trying to be a part of his world. When you don't give a damn about being part of his world, then guess what? Then you can't be blackballed. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what we doing in the truth? We whiteballing white people.
Damn
right. See what I'm saying? They can't come up in here and learn at all. You understand? So they blackballing, we whiteballing. Get me right on. See what I'm saying? That's how you think we survived during the Great Depression.
Right.
When America had a Great Depression, black people, because they was cut off from the banks, guess what they did? When you get cut off from the banks, guess what you gonna do? Take a guess. My yard.
So I can say you're gonna stack that money yourself.
You're gonna stack that money in your crib. So while white people were standing in line, this is what they don't teach you. Man, it ain't, brothers and sisters, ain't no people on the earth more intelligent than us, man.
That's right.
It ain't nothing that God created better than a nigga, man. And when I say nigga, I'm talking about Black, Hispanic, and Native American. How in the hell did we survive the Great Depression when America, you know what I'm saying, was at a financial weakness? White people standing in food lines for bread, black people was thriving because their racism made us rely on each other.
Right.
That's what you gotta get that through your thick head. So black people, because the banks wouldn't let them put their money in there, black people kept their money at home. So when the Depression came, guess who had money? You and I.
Right.
Which goes to show you that segregation is the most intelligent thing that you could do.
Damn
You
right.
think segregation is wrong.
Right.
Segregation is right. Man.
Right. Damn right.
That's why the Lord said in the Bible, it is a way that to a man that seemed right, but it is wrong. Integration seemed right. You know what I'm saying? And integration not even a real thing. It's really about you taking all your resources and giving it to racist white people, man.
Right.
When the Bible is about segregation. The Bible is not a book that's for all nations. Right. If you think it's a book for all nations, then you just don't understand the Bible, man.
Right.
Even it say Holy Bible. The word holy means separate. This is a separate book. This is not a book for all people. It ain't nothing, but it's a book for the Israelites, man. And even the Lord, all through the Bible, teaches separation. Christ teaches separation.
That's right.
You understand? Let's play it.
Several people what this meeting was about for such secrecy, but could not find anyone who had the answers for us. A few people refused to sign and walked out. Nobody stopped them. I was tempted to
shout
follow.
out to them brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
But curiosity got the best of me.
That's right.
A man who was part of the unfamiliar group collected all the agreements from us. So now it's going to get to the good part because the meeting about to start.
Talk to him, Jake.
It says, quickly after the meeting began, hold on one second.
Get your popcorn, y'all.
Popcorn, get your pistol. No, for
real though.
Quickly after this meeting began, one of the industry colleagues, who shall remain nameless like everybody else, thanked us for attending. He then gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by first name and gave no other details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but that was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industries and congratulated us for being selected as part of this small group of decision makers. At this point, I began to feel slightly uncomfortable and the strangeness of this gathering. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry, which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement.
Damn.
He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments.
Stop it right there. Break it down what's going on right now. Walk the people along.
Kind of what Khan said. As we know, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, it was an agenda push. You know what I'm saying? You had Reagan laws and things put into place with crack cocaine, different things of that nature. That was the chemical side of these things. Now you have the propaganda side that was pushed into our community, where you have the music industry, you have the movie industry. Because we can't, even though, you know what I'm saying, he's primarily talking about the music industry, you can't forget, you know what I'm saying, movies that was going on, like New Jack City, you know what I'm saying, Boys in the Hood, and things that was putting that gang culture out into our communities and glorifying.
And listen, what you saying is so heavy. And brothers and sisters, this was right around the time when Clinton got in office. Remember, and it was the most black men been locked up in America when this was in this cat was in office. You understand? Right around this time, right here. And this is the cat who you call the first black president. You see what I'm saying? This is when he came up with the 3-strike law. All of this right here, you know what I'm saying, was working, you know what I'm saying, together. They had this meeting to basically tell rappers, we want y'all to start rapping about killing each other. This is basically what he told them. We want y'all to start rapping about turning your daughters into whores. You get my point? This is when you start seeing Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown and all these women start to dress provocatively like this. This is what the white man wanted for us. And you see the effects of it now. You know what I'm saying? That we totally destroyed, because music and movies are powerful as hell, especially when you don't have a moral code, especially when you don't have a healthy family, a mother and father to be able to teach you right and wrong. So now the TV and the music becomes your parent. You understand? And these people have programmed us to be this way. We're not born like this. Our babies right now that's acting like the way they acting, this comes from programming that this brother is teaching you right now. He telling you what happened. That these white people conspired together, you know what I'm saying, to destroy you, man. And they decided to do it through music. And then you sing, and in the early 90s is when the prison system exploded. He trying to tell you these same people that own these record companies are the same ones that run these prisons. Go ahead, play it out.
Then he says, immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who receive funding from the government based on the number of inmates.
Mm-hmm.
The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons.
Stop it right there. What does the Constitution say about slavery? Can we quote that, or you just quote it, or you want to pull it?
Go
ahead.
In the event that you are,
let's read it. I think it'd be more powerful if we read it. 13th. Yeah, let's get the 13th Amendment. You understand? Go ahead, Raj. You can keep playing.
Also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice.
Stop it right there. Brother, Chill just went through me, man. Chill just went through. Give me a Ramawan. Get me right on this, Did you just hear what they said, Raj Karab? That they use the music industry to make sure that they gonna fill the prisons, brothers and sisters.
Wakan, sir.
Whew, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. IJ.
you notice the only rappers that come out of Chicago is
Drill rappers.
or nothing else.
Right. Y'all down, I'm coming to you, my yard.
Well, I just had the 13th.
Please read the 13th Amendment, then I'm gonna go to my yard. Please.
The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, ratified on December the 6th, 1865, officially abolished slavery and involuntary servitude throughout the U.S. Except
at what?
Except
meaning when it says except, meaning they not ending slavery.
Right.
There would be no except. You see what I'm saying? They putting the except in there because really they're not ending slavery. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Keep reading.
As punishment for a crime.
As what?
As punishment for a crime.
So that in order for us, you know what I'm saying, to commit crimes, they decided to get our brothers and sisters and had them rap about things that would cause us to commit crimes so they can keep us in slavery.
Damn right, sir. Glorifying it.
And remember, when brothers get locked up in prison, that affects the whole community. It don't just affect them, it affects their family as well. And y'all wonder why Black people cannot get out of the condition that we in. You are listening to one of the reasons right now.
Wakan, sir.
My yard.
Hey, Sloggy, sir, if I could. And I don't know if you remember the one several months back, we brought up the articles where these private prisons were suing cities and states because they were not getting enough prisoners.
That's it.
It's part when they open a private prison inside of a state or a city,
yeah,
they are contracted with the government, with the local government of that state or that city.
That's it.
And they part of the negotiation is they promise a certain amount of prisoners to be inside of those cells every year.
Yeah, because a lot of the Confederate states is where some of your biggest prisons is. And in order for them to get their money back, then guess what they have to do? They have to push the agenda of causing us to commit crimes so they can be repaid for losing slaves in the cotton fields. Remember, the slaves didn't actually get reparations.
Right.
The slave owners who lost the slaves, you know what I'm saying? The slave master, the United States of America, you can look this up. They paid the slave masters reparations.
Yeah, accountable
Now,
God.
they so-called free black people, man, you was just told to get off the plantation. You left the plantation looking east and west with nowhere to go.
Right.
A bunch of black families, you know what I'm saying, with nowhere to go. The white man is diabolical, man. Don't ever tell me to join him. Don't ever tell me to join the living. Don't ever tell me that America one day is going to change. Don't ever tell me nothing about John 3:16, God so loved the world. When you know God does so love the world, but that world he talking about is us.
Damn
It
right.
definitely ain't this place right here. Stop pulling scriptures that you do not understand. Damn. Well, we here. Let's go.
Hey, one more thing,
please.
And the most diabolical thing about these private prisons is they built these prisons based on your third grade testing scores. So you know, and they give you an A through F on behavior.
Right.
And when you're in the third grade, in Chicago and certain other cities, we had a standardized test in the Iowa test scores. Well, they built the prisons that are here now based off of our scores when we was in the third grade.
Come on, play it. It's like Lamont.
I was trying to correlate the situation. Like, of course, they've created a whole rap industry to make us more violent, more criminals, and that's why we have the so-called YNs now.
Yeah,
you understand? They always promote that being criminals and drug dealers and thieves and robbers and every type of criminal in the world is so glorified nowadays. Only in our communities, though.
That's it.
Is that now when we get locked up, guess what the first thing we go do is create a new album in the pen.
Right.
You understand? They locked up for 5, 10, 15 years. They're creating albums on albums, talking about their experiences in the prisons and all that. But guess what? That just seems like another glorified thing to do. People think, oh, going to prison for 5, 10 years is like, oh yeah, I'm more hood, I'm more strong, I'm a tough man now because I was in the pen, made new music. They created a cycle we don't even understand where we glorify going to jail. I won't rat on my homies because you know they my boys. I'll go take the 5, 10 years, rap about it, and get out, and now I'm great again.
That's it.
They created a cycle where we're in and out of the prison systems so much that we think it's cool.
Right.
Go ahead, play it, Raj.
A great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies. And as employees, we also be able to buy prisons. Immediately, silence came over the room. You could have heard a pin drop. I remember looking around to make sure I wasn't dreaming and saw half of the people with dropped jaws. My days was interrupted when someone shouted, "Is this a fucking joke?" At this point, things became chaotic.
Right.
2 of the men who were part of the unfamiliar group grabbed the man who shouted and attempted to remove him from the house. A few of us, myself included, tried to intervene. One of them pulled out a gun, and we all backed off. They separated us from the crowd, and all 4 of us was escorted outside. My industry colleague who opened up the meeting earlier hurried out to meet us and reminded us that we had signed an agreement and would suffer the consequences of speaking out about this publicly or even those who attended the meeting.
Damn.
I asked him, why was he involved with something so corrupt? And he replied, it's bigger than the music business and nothing we can do. And no, it's bigger than the music business and nothing we want to challenge without risking consequences. We all protested as we walked back into the house. I remember word for word the last thing he said. It's out of my hands now. Just remember you signed an agreement. He then closed the door behind him. The men rushed us to our car and actually waited until we drove off the property.
Good.
Damn.
So this meeting, bro.
Now that's a lot for a meeting right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and this person later on, he said, you know, this person actually ended up leaving the music industry after this happened. With a few years after this, he ended up leaving the music industry.
Okay.
And he said he just like, you know, over the years, he just felt guilty because he said as he sat back and he watched these plans come into play, come to a reality
over 2 decades.
He sat back and was like, wow, they really pulled it off.
Yeah.
They really pulled this off. He was like, they were told not to sign any more political rappers, any more rappers that had messages in their music.
Positivity.
It was all to be gangster rap music that they promoted and put out.
So if you wonder where Brand Nubians went, where Pro Righteous Teachers went, where Public Enemy went, where KRS-One went, and all sorts of groups like that was talking, even Queen Latifah and Moni Love and those, you know,
everybody.
What I'm saying? It's a back door.
Yeah, anything that was harmless, fun rap, you know, anything that had a message in it had to go.
Yeah, that's why if you even notice though, now
we talk about that all the time.
Even be brief with it, you know what I'm saying? Those charms that came out like maybe 1988, 89, the African charms, those they lasted for about 2 years and they disappeared real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Now, after reading all this, you know, it actually made me feel a few different ways. The first emotion I felt was shocked, because I was definitely taken back by this, just knowing the level of evil that's involved by even thinking of a plan like this. You know what I'm saying? The second emotion I felt was anger. Anger because it's not enough for them to exploit our culture and make all the money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's keep it real, the industry has never been.
You could drop that out, man. That was heavy. You know what I'm saying? Sir. You want to move? Anybody want to say something? We want to move to the next.
I just say one thing, Cap. I remember because that letter that he's reading, that circulate when Facebook really first got really booming like that.
Mm-hmm.
Around the time I first got on Facebook, that letter was circulating around on Facebook at one point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was titled. It basically said that was the inception of NWA. That's how NWA. Because remember, NWA is the first gangster rap group.
Mm-hmm.
The first gangster rapper was Ice-T,
mm-hmm.
and the first gangster rap group was NWA.
Mm-hmm.
After that meeting,
mm-hmm.
NWA came up on the scene. Jerry Heller found Eazy-E and Ice Cube and all of them, and NWA just blew up onto the scene out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then after that, that opened up the gangster rap era. So that meeting, like NWA was like perfect timing, them trying to become rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And those people had met, and they used NWA as a springboard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To introduce gangster rap on a multinational level and begin that destruction.
No doubt. IJ?
Come, Cap, man. The white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And if I could, Cap, you know, there's so many people that come up against us and be like, you know, racism is dead. The Ku Klux Klan ain't burning pitchforks in your lawn no more. But this is the type of racism that they resort to now. It's not, you know, abundantly upfront in your face, but they resort to psychological warfare like this.
That's it.
Things that people can't perceive, but it's actually happening.
That's it.
Right.
It's like them think tanks that they use before they go to war. You know what I'm saying? Where they again, I say this all the time. They've been using think tanks on us. You know what I'm saying, for a very long time.
Sure.
See what I'm saying? Let's play the next tape.
A guy named David Weiner called me and asked me. He said, you know, for the next album that you turning in, you know, is you gonna be killing a little bit in there, you know, it's gonna be a little bit more dope dealing, you know, because that was some of the stuff.
You know, a lot of what he's saying is actual fact. You know, it's actual fact. Yet, it also speaks to the environment in which we are embedded as young black males and females in this particular society. You know, hip hop changing from positive to negative was not a consequence of history. It was not a circumstance of history. It was nothing that just happened on its own. It had nothing to do with the changing of the times. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the fact that there are people in this particular society who wants to see us exactly where we are. And we cannot let that point elude us. These are the facts. How do we know? 1967, Kerner Commission report on urban disorder. When black people said, yo, we're tired of this system. You know what I mean? This system is oppressing us. So we rebelled against the system. We burned things. We said, yo, we had enough. He did his little report on what caused these riots. He said, what caused these riots? He said it was young children who started these riots, and what was motivating them was a high self-esteem and an enhanced racial pride. He said the majority of the rioters were high school dropouts, but they had a higher political orientation than their peers who did not drop out. And they saw the system as their enemy, so they attacked it in the right circumstance. So fast forward to 1992. Same thing. #1 record on the radio. We had Fight the Power. Fight the Power is on the radio. Rodney King is beaten before the world. The black youth rebelled against the system. Again, they did it again. And why? What primed them? Positive hip hop. Primed them. Fight the Power. X-Clan. Brand Nubian. You had these groups out here who were pushing, who were politically orienting black kids in the right direction, giving them the proper prompters that they needed so that they can respond properly to oppression. All right. In 1967, when the riots happened, he saw that the self-esteem and the racial pride was fueling this. So he said, how do I bring that down so that they will not riot? And what he did, he flooded the airways with black exploitation movies. Nigga Charlie and the Return of Nigga Charlie. These were movies. Hip hop didn't start calling people niggas. We had Shaft. We had Coffee. Black girl turned prostitute to do whatever. You know what I mean? But these black exploitation movies brought down the self-esteem and the racial pride so that the kids will not rebel against the system of oppression. 92, the racial pride was back in effect. We had black kids going to Dr. Ben Yuckinen lectures. We were spending our money to go see Farrakhan speak as opposed to going to a strip club. This is where we were. The most coveted article of clothing was a historically black college or university sweater. We were motivating children towards positive attitudes and lifestyles. And when Rodney King got the beating, heads responded properly. Fast forward to our day. Sean Bell is shot 50 times in the street in New York by police officers. #1 song on the radio, Like a Lollipop. Nobody do nothing. Nobody respond to nothing. Trust me. Just like the brother, I believe it was JT, the bigger figure, who said that the label executives came to him and said, yo, brother, we need you talking about guns and whores. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That happens. I've been in those meetings with management and had to ask me, is what you're saying really what you believe, so that we'll know how to market you properly? You know what I mean? This happens. Young Buck on his album, he has a song on his album that talks about police terrorism. The label said absolutely not. Jimmy Iovine said absolutely not. You cannot put that record on the album because it might create an atmosphere that might put police officers' lives in danger. Right. So they took the record off, but they let him keep the other 14 songs on the album that talked about killing black youth. So this is what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a circumstance or consequence of history. You know what I mean? The environment that we're embedded in puts us in a situation where we feel we have to maneuver and play the game and water our message down. You know what I mean? But no, what happened was they intentionally shifted the paradigm to get us exactly where we are right now. Right now, we're feeding the prison industrial complex right now. Our kids are going to prison because they're promoting these records. They're promoting these records daily that send us to jail. You know what I mean? It's cool to go to jail. You know what I mean? They glorify these things. And it's not the black youth. We're in a position where we get, like the brother said, the choice. You know, he said, yo, I chose the positive. So I didn't do it. But every youth is not going to take that route. I know I come from the projects. Grew up in the projects all my life. You know what I mean? And we're not turning down $500,000 to say nigga. We're not going to do it because we won't turn down $200 to take a package of crack from one corner to the next. You know what I mean? We live in a state of poverty and want of all things. So it's hard for us to make that. Our judgment is clouded. And they knew that the judgment would be even more clouded if they took groups like X-Clan off the radio. This is just what it is. And until we start to deal with the environment that's shaping the behavior, we'll never get to the next level. We have.
All right, well, Saturday. Go ahead, y'all done.
Cause sir, the brother was speaking, man. One line stood out in my mind, you know what I'm saying, that I heard from Jay-Z some years back. And he said, you know what I'm saying, truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing of it is like, you know, we've been placed in a position, not a one, that these people was gonna push and back, you know what I'm saying, the person that was gonna give up his moral authority to them. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
They was gonna give away morality, say, forget it. I'm gonna talk about what you want me to talk about.
That's it.
I ain't finna talk about what I really feel or what I think will progress or whatever the case may be.
That's it.
I'm gonna just do what you say do, get my money, and I'm gone.
Listen, that's why the Lord said you can't serve God and mammon. You're either gonna love the one and hate the other. Mammon is talking about money. And listen, for the past 50, 60 odd years, as black people, we've been basically serving money. Money is our God. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the what Christianity pushes. You know what I'm saying? And when you serve money, guess what you're gonna give up? Morality. You know what I'm saying? So that means you'll go and sell drugs to your people, you know what I'm saying, for money. You'll go, like he just said, if a person ain't gonna pass up making a $200 crack sale, they damn sure ain't gonna pass up getting a contract that's gonna pay them $100,000.
Right.
You get my point? And so money is nice to have, but you can't worship money.
Right.
And we didn't worship money, you know what I'm saying, because America is the most powerful empire in the world. And so they got all the money in the world to give to you. You know what I'm saying? They give you 200 million for running a football or for playing basketball. But at the same time, when you become a sports star, they also going to tell you that you are not allowed to speak on certain topics, namely issues that affect your people. So really, you just a rich slave, nevertheless.
That's it.
You get my point? And listen, man, the Lord is calling us out of that, man. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, you know what I'm saying, replace morals with money, or you're going to have the condition that we have right now. And this is another reason why, get me right on this, IG. This is another reason why the Lord is bringing this empire to a closure.
That's right.
And part of bringing this empire to a closure is America is about to get ready to lose them riches, because the Lord know that you worship this place because it's so rich and glorious. But when America becomes not so rich and glorious, now you're gonna be in a position to where you ain't got no choice but to serve the Most High.
Right.
You understand? Because the power of this place, the riches of this place, going to be non-existent in about 2 seconds, which is why the Lord is bringing them into the Third World War. Which is why you're going to see the dollar drop. You understand? The petrodollar drop. The economy of this place going to be shaking because the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is pulling you out of the mouth of this goddamn place to where you ain't going to be worshiping the white man no more. Because how you gonna worship him when he ain't got power?
Right.
How you gonna worship him when he ain't got riches? This is what you need. So then the only thing that you're gonna be left with is your faith in the Most High. That's what happens when things get bad around this place. Your real faith in God gonna be tested. It's gonna come a time where you just ain't gonna be able to say out your mouth, I love God and believe in God. Well, we gonna see.
Right.
We're gonna see in the end when I know you don't think America gonna fall. I know you don't. That's part of the brain why you think this place gonna go on forever. This place so rich and so powerful. You think there's no way in the world that the white man ever gonna be brought to his knees. You don't think there's no way possible that the White House one day is gonna be rubble. You don't think that, man. That's part of your slavery.
Right.
But you gotta look at the consistency of history. You gotta look at the consistency of the Lord destroying empire.
That's right.
Egypt was a great empire. It's a tourist attraction right now.
God.
Rome was a great. Rome thought it couldn't be destroyed. It'd go to Italy. Rome is a tourist attraction now. The Greeks was a great empire. It's a tourist attraction right now.
Right.
You want to learn history? We'll learn from history. You understand? And guess what? This is the last and final empire that's ran by Satan that God is about to get ready and destroy.
That's right.
And if you are Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, the Lord is giving you an option out of this place. And when I say an option out, not jumping on a plane and leaving, but changing from being immoral to moral.
That's right.
That's how you decide whether you're gonna walk with the Lord.
Right.
Everybody understand? That's what it's all about. Where we at with it?
I'm right.
Any more videos?
We got.
You ever done?
And you know, confession is good for the soul.
Mhm.
Like when I was coming up, I was influenced by these rappers.
We all were.
I don't know who else want to admit it, but like, you know what I'm saying, like these rappers actually, when they said something, I took it as gold.
Man, please.
I thought they was living that type of lifestyle.
Please.
You know, I wanted to be like Snoop Dogg.
That's it.
Started smoking blunts because Snoop Dogg smoked.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is what after watching these videos, this is what they wanted you to do. All they got to do is, because you got to remember, the white man controls the algorithm of this place. So y'all got that scripture where it say he the prince of the air?
Got it right here.
Read that real quick.
So like, let me grab it one second. Sir, it's the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, and I start at verse 1, sir.
Go ahead.
And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Who were what?
Dead in trespasses and
He have
sins.
he quickened, meaning the Lord has been brought us alive in his truth, man. That's what it means when it say he quickened. The Lord has brought us alive by teaching us this truth. Read.
Verse 2.
Go ahead.
Wherein in past times.
Wherein what?
In past time.
Read.
In time past. You walked according to the course of this world.
You did what?
Walked according to the course of this world.
You walked into the course of this world, meaning you walked as a drug addict, man. You walked around and smoking weed, thinking a lot of you cats smoke weed, think you ain't a drug addict. You would look at a damn crackhead and say, man, look at this drug addict, and don't look at yourself as one. You know what I'm saying, brother? That is brainwashing like something you could not believe. You are a drug addict as well.
Right.
You understand, walking are the ways of the old person is believing in homosexuality. Again, worshiping money. Everybody's so in love with money, which in turn you throw away with morals, man. You don't give a damn what you got to do to get the white man's money.
Right.
Read.
It's kind of a con. According to the prince of the power of the air.
Read that part again.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
The prince of the power of the air, meaning the air. They even call radio and TV the airwaves. This right here is telling you that the white man is the prince of the goddamn airwaves.
Right.
Meaning he is the reason why you are walking in your lust, man. He is the reason why you walking around with your mind so goddamn destroyed, because he has programmed you through radio and TV. That's it. Where we at?
Let's go to the next topic.
Let's go to the next topic. I think we pretty much done with this one. Let's go to. You can skip the other video, Raj. Go ahead.
We got Lil TJ arrested in Offset shooting.
All right, go on.
The video.
Incident outside of Hard Rock, where TMZ is reporting that rapper Offset was shot.
Police confirming that 2 people were arrested and 1 person was taken to the hospital. Our Michaela Hightower is live outside of the hospital to tell us the latest. Michaela.
Eric and Alexis, a couple new things here, more specifically 3 new things. We know that a rapper has been arrested in relation to this case. We're finally hearing from Seminole police on what transpired outside of the casino, and we have an attorney we have a statement from that rapper's attorney. So let's get into all of those details. We know Seminole police say rapper Little TJ has been arrested and booked at the Broward County Jail in relation to this incident where fellow rapper Offset was shot outside the Seminole Hard Rock Casino. And we have a statement from a law firm based out of New York released saying and disputing claims about TJ's involvement in this. Attorney Don Florio saying Little TJ has not been charged with the shooting, nor has he been shot. Now, it's very carefully crafted there for Little TJ's, whose real name is Tion Jaden Merritt. We know from Seminole police he has been charged, though, with disorderly conduct and a traffic violation. Seminole police say Little TJ was involved in a fight prior to Offset getting shot. A second person has been detained but not charged, and police are looking to identify 1 more person in this. Now, whatever transpired outside of the Hard Rock Casino happened yesterday around 7 p.m. A spokesperson for Offset saying that he has been hospitalized, but no specifics on how he's doing. We actually know from Seminole police, in that statement just released, that he has non-life-threatening injuries. Seminole police would really only say this happened outside in the Valley area. Now, just a little bit of background on Offset. His real name, Kiari Kendrell Cephas, was part of the hip-hop trio Migos before his solo career. You may know he was also married to fellow rapper Cardi B before they divorced back in 2024. The pair do share 3 children together. Offset's cousin as well, Takeoff, was also part of the Migos group. He was shot dead back in 2022. So that's really what we know right now. We're getting new information by the hour. Just to recap everything, we know rapper Little TJ has been arrested. He is currently at the Broward County Jail. He will not be released until he goes to that bond hearing and goes in front of a judge. We will have a crew at the Broward County Jail waiting for him when he gets out to see if he'll say anything or give any insight into what happened. His attorney says he was not shot, nor did he have anything to do with the shooting, but Seminole police say he got into a fight before Offset was shot. So guys, new information by the hour. It's important people stick with us and get the very latest on all of these details. That's the very latest. Reporting live in Hollywood.
You can stop it right there. IG. Kevin, if I could just give a little background to the character of Offset.
Please.
He was just spotted 2 hours ago at the casino.
Good night.
On a scooter.
After being shot?
Today. So the first thing he did once he got out the hospital was go to the casino.
Damn.
Good night.
Brother got a problem.
Yeah, that is. Listen, and it's more on to what we were just, the stories we went over about them, you know what I'm saying, turning rap to talk about certain things. You see what I'm saying? Like, once again, man, this is a hard, like, we're gonna have to learn some hard lessons, man. I'm coming to you tomorrow. One of the lessons that we got to learn is that chasing the fame of this world, you know what I'm saying, does not heal all the things that we've been to.
Yeah, facts,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a belief in our mind that the more money that bag, like what they say, get to a bag, get riches, become famous in this place. You think now that you are no longer, you know what I'm saying, a part of the hell of your people. But what's interesting about what they just played is how they just said his other group member was shot dead just a few years ago. To go to show you, you know what I'm saying, that chasing the white man's money and his fame is not going to take you from under the curses that black people suffer every day.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? This is why you have to grab a hold of the Lord's wisdom so you can be able to survive. A man, you know what I'm saying, that looks at wisdom as more important than riches and wealth is a man that's going to survive in the long run. This brother is so sick, mentally ill, he got shot. And brother, after he didn't got shot, they seen him, if what they're saying is true, they just seen this brother in a goddamn wheelchair, on electric wheelchair, going back to the goddamn casino. You know what I'm saying, to gamble some more money than when he just got shot over gambling.
Good night.
You understand? Like, once again, becoming a rapper and a athlete and all that does not cure the mental illness, you know what I'm saying, that we have been given in this place.
Sly, you actually touched on the point. I was going to say the same thing about them bringing up Takeoffs on Alive 4 years ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they, again, you know what I'm saying, these cats, and you think, you know what I'm saying, with all the money that they supposed to get and all the fame and houses, you looking at these cats like they living the greatest life in the world. When meanwhile, brothers and sisters, they still in hell. You understand my yard?
Yeah, come on, Cap. And to the point you make it, you know what I mean? It's to show that money and the fame is all, you know what I'm saying, BS. You know what I mean? And the violence that meeting that we heard about, you know what I'm saying, it permeates to this day, and it's even affecting the lives of the rapper. Offset gets shot several days after Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 hold Gucci Mane hostage in the studio and rob him in his studio at gunpoint.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
So like it can't be as glorious. You know, they all rap about the jewelries and the cars and they better than you and they'll take your girl and they flossing in the club and they throwing up stacks and they doing all this. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Takeoff gets shot in a dice game just like thousands of brothers do every single day. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane, who's one of the richest brothers in the Tennessee, Memphis area, you know what I'm saying, just got held hostage at the studio by one of his own artists and the artist's father.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now Offset, off gambling, obviously got some type of gambling addiction. If the brother's sitting there in a wheelchair or hover around, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
At the casino, and you just got shot at the casino.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why, go ahead. I'm
it's
sorry.
like, sir, no, sir, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's why the Lord said, "Love not this world,
Mhm.
neither the things in this world."
Come with God.
You see what I'm saying? And this that world is talking about is the world that the white man that created for us, to where only thing that we do is chase our lust. And brothers, when you chase your lust, the one thing can't ever happen is you build your own society.
Right.
And we are put here, brothers and sisters, to build our own society in the midst of this hell.
Damn
Like,
right.
the way that you come out of slavery is by not being a spiritual slave. We are slaves to money. This is the proof right here. Pooh Shiesty goes in the studio, you know what I'm saying? If what is, now, once again, these are all allegations, but if what they're saying is true, you know what I'm saying, then that means this brother has been blinded by money because he wanted to get out of the contract from what they're saying to be able to go get more money. So much so, you know what I'm saying, that he had brothers in there with high artillery rifles, like they gonna get away with this. Even the cat that shot Offset, the whole empire is under surveillance. You can walk outside and go in the bush and shoot somebody, you going to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go right to Google and have a camera zoom right down on you, and you getting locked up. So you know you ain't gonna get away with it.
Right.
What would make a person, you know what I'm saying, do something that they know they're not gonna get away with? They lust for money. To where it blinds them, you know what I'm saying, from reality. It blinds them from doing the right thing, which is why the truth is so important. You can't be blinded from doing the right thing, guy.
Right.
Y'all were done? IG?
I was gonna say, Cap, 9 times out of 10 it's true. Gucci Man came out with a diss song confirming everything that happened. The whole song was about what happened with the Pooh Shiesty incident. So I mean, it's ridiculous at this point.
Oh yeah, if I could, yeah, it's official. That's what happened. Like Pooh Shiesty and Big 30, Pooh Shiesty's father, and 6 other brothers are currently in jail.
That's it.
For that incident with Gucci Man. And the thing about it is that Pooh Shiesty was on house arrest, and they easily found him because they traced his house arrest anklet to the studio, and he wasn't even supposed to be there. He's supposed to be in the house on house arrest.
And it's the one thing that the rap industry don't teach these brothers is how to be men.
And
another thing that they don't teach them is how to be brothers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody in the IHUBK is pulling out guns on each other because we owe each other some money. You see what I'm saying? Like, if that wouldn't even creep in your damn head.
Right.
You understand? So again, when somebody giving you a check, it don't mean they have the ability to give you wisdom.
That's right.
It don't mean they have the ability to establish brotherhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we going into these different avenues, sports and entertainment, thinking that we're gonna walk away with the morality that we need when we not.
Right.
And the story of Pooh Shiesty is a sad story because there's 4 or 5 of them cats getting locked up. The damn father, according to once again the allegations, because I seen something today where their lawyers, you know what I'm saying, was saying that is not what happened. Now I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying. Big 30's lawyer came on and was saying what they saying it happened. It ain't what happened. We'll see.
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying. But if the allegations are true, brothers and sisters, it just goes to show you again that being in that world of fame and money, you know what I'm saying, is still destructive, and it does not remove the dark cloud that's over us as a people.
That's a fact.
You want to remove the dark cloud that's over us as a people? Join the ISUBK under command of Jenny.
I'm right.
Guess what? We got rappers in here too. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent
and they rapping about what needs to be rapped about. And more importantly, you know what I'm saying, if they have a dispute or whatever the case may be, and they can't settle the dispute, they're gonna go sit amongst counselors in the ISUBK that are able to tell them, brother, you wrong and you are right. And this is what all Black and brown communities need. They need a man in that community that can make judgment about who is right and about who is wrong. But of course, the Christian church has been left with the job to determine who is right and who is wrong. And they can't ever fix it because they are wrong themselves.
Right.
So how the hell they gonna tell you who right and wrong when they wrong?
Right.
Y'all done?
Hey, what's so heavy about what you're saying, Adawan, is that you know, when these brothers do get all these accolades and all this fame and wealth and different things of that nature, they demons is never dealt with.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
So if you have any education on the Bible, your demons are they are set up to destroy you.
That's it.
It's set up to kill you.
That's it.
Essentially.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have all this money and wealth from all of what you're doing and you yielding yourself for in the world, just like the brother was saying, Crazy Bone was saying, if you just lend yourself to this industry and you just say, okay, I must do what you want me to do, say what you want me to say, so I can get this money. You know what I'm saying? You have all this fame and wealth,
right?
That's gonna be given to you because we have our artists on deck that says that if you do what they say, then they can push you to be the biggest artist in the world.
Yeah, that's it.
They're gonna push you to be, you know what I'm saying, the Lil Durks and the
is it
top of the game.
Listen, what you saying, so it's very easy to do. All they got to do is just the algorithm. All they got to do is just keep playing your song on the radio. Just think about all the number one songs, right? That when you first heard them, you was like, this shit is horrible. But the fact that they keep playing the song on the radio every day, after a while, you reciting every word. You get my point? And the top 10 radio, you know what I'm saying, in these cities, you playing these songs, the top 10 radio songs for your kids on their way to school. And then you wonder why your young kids are so violent because you sitting there as an adult like a big dummy letting them listen to this garbage. You wonder why your young daughter, you know what I'm saying, at 8, 9 years old, she's sitting there letting young boys run a train on her.
Right.
Because who she look up to Look Kim, you know what I'm saying, or give me the artists of today, you know
Cardi
what I'm saying?
B,
She look up to Cardi B,
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. You know, you letting her listen to Cardi B and Sexy Red, and you sitting there laughing with her. You a woman who's an adult, and you sitting there going, you a big grown adult yourself, you going word for word with Sexy Red and Cardi B, and they rapping about the most, and you doing it with your damn daughter, and have no care in the goddamn world whatsoever. Just the biggest stupid dumb idiot in that you can find. Please.
And Cardi B won't even let her kids listen to the music she makes.
That's it. What the brother just said so heavy. Cardi B, she had a video where her daughter was coming downstairs and she turned off her own music and didn't want her to let her listen to what she was rapping about, which is right on to the point of the video where the brother was saying that they put the rap stuff out there for us to be able to conform our minds. Cardi B is smart enough to know that she gonna make money by saying the most ludicrous thing she can say, but yet she don't even want her own daughter to listen to that.
Take another level,
please.
Cap. She don't want her mama to know the music she made. Her mother doesn't speak English. Her mother speaks Spanish. So Cardi B refuses to do music. Cardi speaks fluent Spanish.
That's it.
But she refuses to do music in Spanish, and she refuses to have her music translated into Spanish because she don't want her mother to hear the music she making.
Man, listen, we had a few other stories, you know what I'm saying, but you know, we kind of went long on that whole rap thing or whatever, man. Been one hell of a show, you know what I'm saying? Give it up, you know what I'm saying? Of course, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back next week, you know what I'm saying, on the Round Table of Truth. But before we get to that, Officer Lamakiala has some announcements.
Come on. As always, make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe all Round Table of Truth, social media pages, Real Nigga University. You understand? Tomorrow, we're going to be at 401 North Michigan Avenue. We're going to have camp. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nice and good and weather outside out here, at least this weekend in Chicago. Again, so make sure to pop up if you want to see us. We'll be there from around 12 o'clock until later. And then later on,
I just want to say something that, you know what I'm saying, for the brothers and sisters that's going to be shopping on the Mag Mile tomorrow. We coming to ruin your Saturday, you know what I'm saying? From about 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Mayhem on the Mag Mile.
Get
you know
ready.
What I'm saying? You getting every bit of it.
Get ready.
I'm going to interrupt one of these brothers when they bring out every topic. And I'll be going from there. Lord willing, it ain't you. Go ahead, Lamar.
Come on. Then, directly after camp, we'll be attending the Thank You for Listening Awards show
Give it up. Give
You
it up.
understand? We'll be at the Galera, Chicago. It's the address is 9 West Division Street. We'll be of course the event starts at 5 o'clock. We might be a little later because you know people that are upper epsilon kind of show up a little later, fashionably late. And CP time always involved. As you know, the podcast, we always on CP time.
Cap Zariak said it. He said, I always like to make a grand entrance. I can't help it, Trooper, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. Lastly,
you can't show up on time, man, for those who want to be the first nigga sitting in the seat.
Right. By yourself.
Last but not least, coming up at the end of the month on April 25th, we're gonna be at the Black Effect Podcast Festival out there in Atlanta. You understand? Make sure to come through. You understand? If you need a ticket, you better buy your tickets now. They somewhat cheap. They're about $50 at the moment. If you get them later, they're gonna be way more than that. But if you want to come see the Round Table of Truth in Atlanta on the 25th of April, make sure to get a ticket. Come out. You understand? We're gonna be doing this all year round, Round Table of Truth, in all these podcast events. So make sure this is gonna be the second one of the year we're gonna attend.
Damn right.
So that's all we have going on right now.
Man, give it up. You know what I'm saying? What awards are we up for tomorrow?
Y'all done?
Y'all done?
We up for Podcast of the Year award. You know what I'm saying? Host of the Year, Captain O'Quad is on the ballot for Host of the Year. You know what I'm saying? You got Diversity Mall. You know what I'm saying? For Apparel of the Year.
Damn. Now listen, you tell me something that's been more, you know what I'm saying, better than the real nigga university.
Damn
man.
right.
IG?
Cap, when we pull up them Jaggers tomorrow and Yard Dog don't get that award, I'm gonna know something.
Right. It ain't nothing that sold more than real university, man. Y'all guys supposed to win that, please.
If I may, y'all might as well just show off his fancy Air Jacket 9.
Yes, please.
To let them know why he should win tomorrow.
That's a fact. Show everybody. And this, brothers and sisters, is all genuine leather.
100% leather.
Let them put the camera on them, Raj.
Not yeah.
Turn
your camera right there, y'all done. Oh yeah. All leather.
Nice.
Yeah, man, look at that. Come get you one.
Right.
Man,
give it up, man. Also, too, I wanted to say as part of the announcements as well, I want to say May 2nd or 3rd, I had to check that date, but the Round Table of Truth, we will be down in Kentucky, you know what I'm saying, with IHBK Kentucky, and we'll be a part of the Kentucky Derby down there.
Yeah, right.
In Kentucky as well. Again, we y'all know how we do it, you know what I'm saying, in the Chicago camp. We gets on the road. We either come into your city. We come into a lot of these cities, we coming to do camp or the podcast, or we coming to do both.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So now more than ever, it's time to get it on, you know what I'm saying, with the work of the Lord. To all the camps out there, man, don't wait for nobody to do it. You do it.
That's right.
Don't wait for nobody else to shine. You shine.
That's right.
And let's get it on. Let's bring this thing home for Christ, man.
That's right, sir. Damn right.
Y'all were done. And the announcement. Go ahead, Ramon.
Yeah, we
We also up for co-host of the year, which that would mean these brothers right here.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
And so if they win, I'm not going up if y'all will. I'm telling y'all that. I don't want to go over that if I win. You understand? But nevertheless, we gonna be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are down. Any announcement?
Yeah, just you know what I'm saying, just like how we just said, you know what I'm saying, if you looking for the Real Nigga University, any merch, you know what I'm saying, go to diversitymall.com, you know what I'm saying, get your merch, you know what I'm saying, for the ISUPK, you know what I'm saying. That's all pretty much all.
Man, give it up. Awalam, any announcements?
Yeah, Comic-Con. This Tuesday at 7 p.m. I'll be doing the war report, ragging out with Officer Raj Karab.
Damn right. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
It'll be on the Round Table Truth. Also, it'll be on the Gary page.
Damn right.
Gary, Indiana.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Damn right. Give it up. Also, if we could, Officer Mayad.
Comic-Con, if I could, Cap.
Please.
So first and foremost, I want to say pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
10% of any increase you get goes to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So we can help grow this truth and support this work. You know what I mean? Also, you know what I'm saying, wherever you are in the world, because the ISUPK is a worldwide organization. We not just some local, you know what I'm saying, yokel organization. We all across the world. Go to isupk.com, find the school in your area, start attending classes. You know what I'm saying? You will save your life and your family's life if you start attending these classes. You know what I'm saying? We got classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. Every Saturday, we do the Sabbath service. You know what I mean?
Right.
From either 9 to 11 or 10 to 12, depending on if we have camp or what's going on. You come in, you know what I'm saying, and you're going to get the scriptures broken down from Genesis to Revelations. We're going to give you the ancient Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, our original tongue. We're going to give you the English translation, and we're going to give you a proper scripture breakdown on what real Black history is, coming up straight up out that Bible. And one more thing. This Sunday,
come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We will be celebrating the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Right. You know what I'm saying? We are in the middle of the feast right now. On Sunday at sundown, we'll be closing the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right. And we will be opening the Feast of Weeks, also known as the Feast of First Fruits. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which is listen, if you don't want to be an Israelite, if you don't want to celebrate your culture, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Because the Feast of First Fruits, also known as the Feast of Weeks, is a 50-day feast. Now, I don't know no other culture, no other race of people on the earth besides niggas, spics, and savages that's going to celebrate for 50 days straight.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, in captivity.
In captivity.
Listen, imagine when we celebrated when we're not in captivity.
Oh,
that's going to be 50 days of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians partying and eating. Drinking the best wine for 50 days.
For 50 days.
Yeah, that's there. While the white man is on the cotton field picking cotton.
Damn right. We have whipping contests.
The Africans too. Africans, they're gonna be in. I know y'all don't like to hear this. I know y'all should look at us and say these niggas is crazy. I was with them until they got to talk about this shit. But I'm just teaching you what's in the Bible.
The Bible. Damn right.
You know, if you believe in what go around, come around, then you got to get the brainwashing out your head and know that it is only right that the people that put us in slavery go into slavery.
That's right. Damn right, sir.
It's only right.
Damn right. And all those that helped them put us into slavery, they going into slavery and got to pay that price, sir.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
All the people who, you know what I'm saying, want to be African spirituality, well, you going to be in slavery with them Africans. I think they're going to be talking about real quick. Take the beads and shit off, you know what I'm saying? You know we niggas, man. We ain't no damn Africans. hurry up. Take the dashik off before they come over here. No, you from Zimbabwe? No, we ain't. No, I'm from 83rd.
I'm from Compton.
And that day, they ain't gonna be talking about because you niggas world famous to talk about. Yeah, I took the DNA test and it say I'm from Nigeria,
right?
And Ghana. They Africans that say that's right. Bring that black dollar over here so I can rob your ass blind.
Right.
A lot of niggas sitting over in Africa right now wishing they could be home. You know what I'm saying? and somewhere in some African bush hiding right now. They hiding from Africans and they hiding from lions and tigers and bears.
Right. Oh my.
And an African bee that's about as big as this red cup. I'm talking about you so much in love with Africa. The damn mosquitoes over there as big as my damn hand.
Yeah, Carnival
You say, what is that? A bird? No, that's a mosquito.
That's a mosquito.
But anyway, go ahead.
Nice. It's a lucky. Well, yeah, go to the local school, go to isupk.com, come to the school, celebrate the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the opening of the Feast of Weeks, the Feast of First Fruits with us, you know what I'm saying? And come back and recapture your culture so we can get up out of this oppression.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Also, I want to give it up to my technical team, man, for running this thing smooth tonight. Give Officer Ramawan a hand.
Right.
Give Officer Roscoe Rob a hand. Give Officer Wakami Allah a hand. And Trooper Alaya, say it again. Give Trooper Alaya Allah a hand. You heard it, brother. Right. You understand? Give him a hand. I am Captain Marquardt under Commander Jenny Hunter. We will be downtown tomorrow on Mag Mile 401 Michigan Avenue, getting it on like something you cannot believe. And with that,